So, after reaching the monastery, you explored to find signs of battle, bloodstains on the ground, scratch marks, broken weapons, and the like. Strange crack marks in the stone, leading up towards the monastery as well. Very similar to the vision that Giovanni had had when he scried upon Jump some days beforehand. Exploring the monastery, you found it to be pretty much empty. Exploring all the way up to the top towards the elemental circle on one of the nearby mountain peaks, where you found a plethora of ash piles which turned out to be funeral pyres. After inspecting, Jomp revealed himself once more, stating he had to watch and observe to make sure you were who he thought you were. You caught up, and he informed you that a large elf in gleaming silver armor assaulted the monastery while he was away on effectively a binge spree, killing all of the monks there and nearly killing his master Karun. After he returned, Master told him what had transpired. That this individual of unknown name had come to remove their order from the equation because they were one of the last remaining vestiges that could stop their plan. It was found through conversations with Jomp and some deductions from party members that this group that you're fighting, this Arundel and whoever he leads, were potentially trying to use the elemental planes as a way of destabilizing the prime material, and after those plans had failed, had moved on to another plan involving these towers. Conversations went back and forth. You learned a few bits and bobs, but eventually you informed him that you needed to head out to the plane of Earth. Jomp told you of a mining post out in the Sea of Fire, one of the large deserts within the Earth plane. So there wasn't really much more around, and opened up a portal to send you there. Upon arriving, a very enthusiastic barbarian strode into a wall of a hidden encampment, argued with some invisible guards, and nearly got shot with a ballista. However, after obtaining your passage inside, you did manage to speak to Kazgorod, the foreman in charge of mining a hidden mithril deposit underneath the desert. While conversing, a sandstorm hit the outpost, damaging and partially disrupting the illusionary field that hid it. And you assisted with the defense of the area by fending off a number of earth elementals with a combination of ballistas and Giovanni's muscles. Following that, in thanks, Kazgorod gave you some mithril bars as payment, 2 large bars of mithril, and also gave you mounts, these large reptilian lizards that were adept at making their way through the desert, and pointed you in the direction of Ogamosh. You found his plateau out in the rocky crags, and managed to defeat him with the help of, again, Geo, disintegrating him and any loot that he contained. Having obtained the war pick, the last of the 4 elemental weapons, Iron Fang, you made your way back towards the mining post of Tanaris. And that is pretty much where we left off. Has anyone got anything they wanted to add to what I've said, or does that pretty much cover off what we were talking, what we did for that 7-hour session to a degree? Good.
So you got most of it.
Awesome. Okay, so then as we bring back in, our group Ignium Cete are riding the backs of these large reptiles. As you approach, you can see the shining crystal of the outpost. Not far ahead of you, a few hundred feet above you. You recognise it. You know where it is. The lizards. The lizards seem to know where they're going. They seem to be drawn to the shiny, and they head you in the right direction. As you approach, a hidden hidden gate opens up and allows you entryway into the small mining outpost itself as you pass through the illusionary field and find yourselves once more within the mining post. As you pull up, some attendants come and take your 3 recently named mounts from you and take them to be fed and watered. And you kind of see an eager Kazgorod stood. He seems to be shouting away at some of his miners, giving orders, and moving some shipments around. He hasn't really noticed that you guys have returned as of yet. So, Ignium Cete, our band of adventurers.
How long were we gone?
It took you about 2 hours to get there, 2 hours to get back, and you probably would have spent, we'll just say, half an hour on the actual fight, lead up to it, and wind down. So about 4.5, 5 hours.
So very sweet. Something he said was impossible.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm just gonna...
Oh, you're back! Ah, welcome back, lads, lasses. Ah, you're still alive. That's a good thing. Did you run away from him? He's quite big, isn't he?
No, he's dead. He's dead.
I disintegrated
dead.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Devil's on the wind now.
He kind of he licks his finger, kind of sticks it in his ear, and just cleans out. I'm sorry, lass. Could you say that word again for me? I don't
He's
think I heard
dust on the wind. He is dead.
Well, that is good news. Honestly, when I sent you guys out there, I thought I'd just have to get myself some more lizards. But I'm quite impressed. Good on you.
You might have to do that now. I think your hand is attached.
This one is Sir Rufus Bodgerton III. I've actually forgotten the name of the other 2, but I don't care.
I see. I mean, if you think you've grown attached to one of
Melanie and some...
If you've grown attached to
I mean,
one
it
of
was
them...
only like 10 minutes ago that you were writing them here.
Yeah, but I only cared about the ones that name after Bodger.
Why? How is Melanie named after Bodger?
It's not.
Yeah, so I don't care.
I mean,
I'm the one that remembered that one.
if you've got attached to one, I'm sure you can take him with you. They're a little high maintenance.
So she.
We've got enough pets. We don't need a lizard too. They need like a basking light and like...
I know, and they need a
all
good place
kinds
to
of
run
stuff.
around, and it's just a nightmare.
But they're so tasty.
You're not eating me lizards. Anyway, I'm kind of in shock. I don't know what to say apart from you've done us a huge favour. I don't know why you came here, and right now I don't really care.
Like I said, we were looking for something. We found
I
it.
could say something like, here's a huge reward for your deeds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I could rustle up something for you, but I'm sure you had your own reasons for coming here, and it looks like you might have been a bit successful. But I'm sure I can give you something for helping us out. After all, it means we should be able to keep hold of this post here for a good couple more months before someone else turns up, at least.
That's good.
These posts, they generate a lot of revenue. Wait here, let me go grab you something.
Who's your employer, by the way?
Oh, I don't sell to them directly. I get paid to obtain the product and ship it back to an undisclosed location, and I get gold back. I don't know who they sell it on to. It's quite hard to manage finances and customer relations when you're stuck in a desert like this on another plane of existence that a lot of people don't even know exists.
Not true enough. It's probably the elves. They love it.
What are they most likely to use this obsidian for?
It's mithril.
Mithril, sorry.
Oh, God knows. It makes great weapons and armor. Light as anything, it's stronger than the strongest steel. It's great for making tiny components in like mechanical things because, like I said, it's so light and hard to break. It's got lots of uses.
I love my shirt.
It was really comfy.
Don't you have the glamoured armor on?
I have the mithril shirt on
Oh.
since the 6 month break. Skaith has the
Oh, does he have the glamour armor? Okay.
glamour?
Where is Escape? He's not here
The
today.
no
Skaith-
crit armor, you mean?
No, there is. You guys have a suit. You guys have got, if I remember correctly, if I look at your magic items, because I've been wondering where this has gone, because no one's ever used it. I could be wrong, but let me just check.
I don't remember this. I don't
No, I
wear
don't remember
armor.
it either.
It may have been another group, because I'm not seeing it in here. I
I
swear.
feel like
I've
I've just
seen
written
that.
it down, and
I
I
have the
don't.
adamant.
I had the adamantine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had the
No.
adamantine, and then I exchanged it for the mithril because it looks better.
I've good. There's adamantine in my bag, but nothing else.
Fair enough.
And then Skaith took the adamantine armor. I think he didn't get critted by the Baylor.
Something like that. For some reason, I thought I'd given you guys a glamour set of glamour leather, but that must have been my
Feel free.
mistake. My apologies. I'll add that to my notes. Anyway, so it can be used for a lot of different things. It's well sought after. It's not easy to get hold of. It's hard to mine. There's not a lot of it on the prime material, from what I know, and you've got to dig quite deep to get it. But here, it's practically on the surface. But there are minor complications like elementals that try and kill you every time you pick it up. So, it's a bit of a trade-off. But anyway, let me see if I can go find you something. And he heads off to one of the back buildings. There's not many buildings here, but you assume it's some kind of an office of some kind. And he comes back with a large sack over his shoulder. Alright then, it's not a lot, but it's what I can rustle up at the moment. Hopefully this because you'll keep us in business a good couple of months more. I'm sure I can offer you a cut of the profits. And he kind of drops the sack down on the ground, and you obtain 2,500 gold coins.
Ooh.
I
Did we agree on mithril? That's,
We've got that
You already
already.
got 2 mithril bars for defending the
Oh.
post.
1,000 is that makes it.
Yeah, so you gained 2
Nice.
So
mithril
much
bars from
Sorry,
2
I'm
mithril
doing
bars for the turret sequence, all the gold, and now you basically just picked up the other reward.
How
With
much
a
are the
bit
mithril bars worth? I'm asking the door.
They're 500 gold per
The mithril bars themselves are about
Yeah.
500 gold apiece.
Okay.
I have so much money. I have so much money. This is amazing.
where are the mithril bars?
Bag holding, I think.
Yeah.
I'm blind.
All good?
They're in there. I just looked.
Okay, so I should have checked something. Yep, that's fine. You do now have enough money to buy a longship or a sailing ship in case you need it.
It's
Airship.
Oh.
They
much?
saved the airship, right?
How much are the ships?
You can buy a longship or a sailing ship for 10,000 gold. You can buy a
Yep.
warship for 25k.
We
And a galley for
actually do that.
30k.
let's splurge.
We
on
can't buy a galley.
But that might be useful if you ever need to go sailing.
like to
What about an
this
airship? How much is an
great
airship?
island.
Airships, unfortunately, you haven't really come across.
How about a long ship but with balloons?
That will cost you. So the longship's 10k, and the balloons will be an extra 5 gold just to tie some balloons to it.
Okay, how about like big sails and then like 5 wizards just blowing gusts at it
Um,
and levitation?
I'll work it out and come back to you.
Because we could modify an airship.
Yeah, we can make our own.
Anyway, all right. As Kazgrod drops you the gold, he's well, you've done us a great service, but I've got a lot of work to do right now. I might even be able to expand operations, get a few more hands in here. I might even be able to reopen some of my old dig sites. It's gonna be a profitable time to be a miner. Haha.
One more question.
Aye.
You said you have a way to get back to the material plane, yes?
Aye. Yeah.
Could we possibly use that?
Not really. The spell. We have an arcanist here, but it takes him quite a while to to put the requirements together. It's quite costly. It's quite expensive to move. We generally move in bulk, you see. But you guys got here. I'm sure you can get back. Otherwise, if you're not, I've got some lovely mining positions that just opened up.
You're kidding.
We also need to get back to the monastery, so
Yeah.
wherever this person could. Yes, Johanna.
Is there anything the Arcanist needs that any of their tools or components?
I don't think so. I think he's got everything he needs. He kind of comes well equipped.
I was just asking him because of good relationship, because I have loads of stuff.
I can go and ask him if you want.
I wouldn't say worry about it.
If he needed it desperately, you would know.
Like I said, he comes stocked. I don't know who his supplier is, but he can get him practically anything.
I just thought it would be polite. I'm being polite. I'm practicing being polite.
Yeah, it was really good.
And I
Thank you. It was
appreciate
really
the
hard.
attempt. Okay, I've got a lot to do. I've got a poster run, another one to find again. You know how difficult it is to find something in the middle of the desert? It all looks the same. Anyway, I bid you adieu. If you want to go on, if you fancy a drink or a rest before you go, have a chat with Roxo. He'll hook you up with some fine quality, limited supplied ales. Well,
Thank you very much.
what do I call you guys, by the way? I forgot.
Ignium Cete.
Ignium Cete.
Yep.
Cete. Okay. Well, if you ever need a hand, Kazgar Rockbreaker is at your service. For
Thank you.
advice.
So who's at our service?
Him, Kazgar Rockbreaker.
You. Oh, okay, whatever.
I can't call him Kazgar.
I say that in front
Kazgar
of him.
Rockbreaker.
Like whatever in front of him.
It's fine. I forgot your name. You forget mine. It's great. Bye. And turns and leaves. And he just starts heading back towards the mine. You can hear him shouting, "Hey guys, I've got some great news!" And the conversation goes off away. So you kind of find yourself stood in the central area of this mining post. You're not standing pretty much next to the oasis, and also like a wagon with a few bits and bobs. It's quite a small area. It's not like it's a huge courtyard out here, but it's a decent size. So, what do you guys want to do?
You guys need a rest? Looking at you, Zin. That's
Zin
smashing
could
in the ground pretty good.
Yeah, Zin could probably use one. Well, but I say that I've got quite a lot of health left now. I stood up and felt okay, to be honest with you, mate.
I put my top spells on you.
Well, yeah, it took all of it to keep you alive.
We need to find you a way to give you a boost or a protection thing, because you are really high maintenance, Zin. Really high maintenance.
I'm pretty tough.
Yeah.
Maybe you should taunt our enemies less so they won't murder you so much.
Can pulls of you like scathe guns so that you're harder to hit?
A barbarian doing magic. Now that sounds pretty good.
Not doing magic with all your spirits.
Yeah, it's
It's not that different.
honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. If you want to move on straight away, we can do. But I mean, taunting people in the fight it's half the fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of what he
Tell
does.
Whichever one of you taunts people, that I will punch him in the face if I have you die again.
Probably won't stop me.
Okay, I will punch you in the balls if you die again.
I mean, it's kind of only my balls 25% of the time, so yeah, fine.
But you'll know. You told me. Whoever I talked to told me that.
That is true. That is very true. Did you have you spoken to many of them then?
You would know better than we. It's kind of blurry. Sometimes it's hard to tell if it's someone else or just you being a douche.
There's,
Fair play.
I know there's nice, calm, helpful one, and there's really dumb, angry, irresponsible one.
Do they have names? Maybe
They
this
do.
would make things easier to catch
Oh,
and
don't
share.
give me all names. Can I just call you all Zim? It's so much easier.
I mean, technically it's always me. But, yeah,
Are you now?
I'm technically.
this is...
Joe,
this
you
is-
don't have to say this. You name every critter you come across.
Yeah, but I don't remember them.
Well, it sounds like, Johanna, you've met Uthkrod.
Is that nice?
Uthkrod was the one that started all this, really. He offered me help. I accepted it. And to be honest with you, he has been extremely useful. And I have to say, although they're not all as nice, they are all useful at their times.
Yeah, that much is obvious. So Earthcrud is who I talked to today, earlier.
Well, probably not. It's been a while since I've seen Uthkrod.
He didn't want to talk too much.
Yeah, you're probably talking to Auden. I'd watch him.
What's his name? Orvin?
Auden.
Tom's totally not looking them up as he goes along.
Not at all. I have these names like completely memorized.
I'm really trying to find them in my notes.
So there's Earthcrud, in Orlin, he is a kind of a dick, I guess.
I mean,
It's true.
so like I said, they're always me. So they're never going to do anything to put me in too much harm. I say
Too
that.
much.
I say that. but
One of you
Balthar
ran
might.
after that dragon demon
Yeah,
the wrong way.
that's Balthar. He likes a challenge.
The wrong way.
Oh, it's also the one who charged into the fire giant, right?
That will be him, yeah.
Yeah. What's his name? Sorry.
Balthar.
You'll have to post these at some point.
Would you like me to post them? I've got them here.
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
And who's the
So
fourth
I was
one?
just going to copy him. No, there's only the four of us.
Oh, the first is you. Wow, I
That's an
spelled
X.
all these wrong.
That's why I thought, for the sake of unity, we'll do that.
I've only. Wait. God.
I know Auden's tried to have a chat with Geo before. I think so. Like I said, they're all useful to me. They're all part of me. And I'd say Auden's probably the one that doesn't like being a part of someone else. But he still knows that I'm the only way he can be here.
Mhm.
Do you know who they are? Like, where they came from? What
I
their
do with
heritage is?
Ulfkrod, but the others. Ulfkrod came to me when my village was attacked. The night Zero went missing, and he offered me help to save my family, which I accepted. And really, he was the one that taught me the base of my skills, and taught me a little bit about combat and stuff. And on my journeys, Balthar came one night when I was in dire need of a bit of extra strength, and he really helped me, showed me the true potential of my strength and what I can really achieve if I need to. Auden, he kind of showed up. Again, it was in a time of need. He didn't really ask permission. He sort of assumed that he was able to join us, let's say. But he's been useful and a clever ally. But clever is the key word.
Seems smart.
You think there will be more showing up?
I don't know. I'm hoping that finding the ring in the forest will definitely help.
I mean, the more you acquire, the less time you get to be yourself, right?
I mean, I'm always here at some point. They take over more when adrenaline is high, so preparing for a battle in the fight, that sort of thing.
But he still was there when after the fight when I talked to you in the
That's probably when it's wearing down and I'm coming back to myself. I know they do stick around for a little bit, and you know, at the end of the day, when one's in control, they're in control. They're not all willing to give up. They're not stretching their legs.
So they're dead people.
I have assumed that much. I know Ulthgrod was. Belfast's not very talkative, and as I said, Ozon has his own agenda. I'm assuming they're all dead.
Pointed question. How much do you think they're a danger to the rest of us?
I don't think any of them are a danger to you. They're never going to attack you, if that's what you're thinking.
What if one wants to take you over permanently? Possibility?
I have no idea. I truly hope they don't, or can't.
Should we make some sort of secret handshake or something? And if that fails, then we know something's up.
I'm fairly certain you'll be able to tell most of the time.
Well, maybe he's the sneaky one.
Yeah.
If you think so.
If you need any help, I think between Gio and me, we could probably try and help and sort it out. But if you think you're okay right now,
I mean, for now, I'm learning to deal with it in my own way. And I mean, with Crod, I kind of owed a debt of favour to. And as I said, his was more of a bargain, more of a deal. I wouldn't want anything I do to affect him, really.
I could try.
Well, just let us know.
Thank you.
The rest of you, as you're having this conversation, you're all sat down. I'm assuming you sit down having some drinks at this point. You sit down as you're talking to Zin. He's always got a shimmer around him. The cloak of displacement almost always active, kind of giving his outline a shimmery feel to it. But as you look at him, your eyes kind of struggle to focus every now and again, and sometimes you feel like there's a shimmer behind him, to both the left
my eyes water.
and the right. It kind of it's almost there and not there at the same time. It's difficult to tell. And some of you recall in the battles that you fought during moments of dire need, or when peril was upon you, a slight nudge in one direction or another, and you feel a familiarity.
Yes, they're definitely useful. That much we felt, I think.
You don't need to be shy. And as long as they're keeping you alive and have our back,
I think
and you're safe and
cautious
happy.
is maybe the better word. Ulthgrod always advises caution.
Most of the time, unless it's really fun, and then you just want to hit things.
I do that a lot as well.
There's a balance. Like, I am trying to be smart, but come on, sometimes it's just fun to hit things which make you angry.
I enjoy hitting things. I like something a bit meaty, something you can get your arms round, you know what I mean? Like maybe an elf riding a dragon.
Do you just want to visit a brothel or something?
And that's it, just turns around and walks away.
He blushes really hard and then runs, prances out of the room. Okay, so you guys are supplied with a round of drinks or two. The drinks they're not bad, but they are small portions, unfortunately. One thing you have noticed is in this inn tavern type, it's more like a tavern type area. It is only a single floor, and there are no other real rooms. There's a back room for cooking, but apart from that, there is just the one large room. There's no upstairs. Doesn't look like this place has guest space.
Well,
So they want us to head back before nightfall, apparently. Well, I'm guessing it never falls night here. Scaife, you're still feeling a bit lucky, right?
I'm always lucky. Yeah.
Okay. Think you can get us back to the jump?
Yeah, I could do that. Confidence.
Everybody else up for the ride?
sure.
Why not?
He, I know Adrian's muted at the moment, but he looks over at Round. He gives him a nudge. Do you feel inspiring? As I'm pretty sure Ranos has some bardic inspiration left, so we'll use that. So Ranos loses a bardic inspiration.
I'm gonna give him guidance as well, just in case.
He just smiles at you with his cheeky devilish smile.
He's still got a luck point left, that's why I said, do you feel lucky?
Yeah, that's fine.
He's only got one though.
Yeah, I can see it on his sheet. Okay, you'll head outside to the main area. Do we want to move away from this in case it goes wrong?
Probably should.
I don't want to take
Just
the
in
tree
case.
with us.
Take the tree, take the tree, take the tree.
There's like
Okay,
a
we'll
big
take the
floating gemstone above us, isn't there?
There is. It's quite high up.
Can we get near that?
He hesitates for a moment as he moves and stands next to the tree. Ready?
We're in a massive desert. Is this like the only tree in the desert?
You've not seen any other trees apart from this tiny little oasis, this little, effectively, it's a 10-foot pond with a bit of water in it, and a tree that overhangs
a
it.
single tree.
Yeah.
The classic oasis look.
Exactly. The single coconut. You back with us, Adrian? Good. You've lost.
Yep.
You've lost. I believe you still have bardic inspiration, so you've inspired Scaife.
Oh yeah, sure.
For his. Oh God, he only has a
The
plus
return
1.
journey.
Interesting. Okay then. So let's just check. The DC is 17, I believe. Ooh.
What's he got? A plus what?
Oh, +1, which is all he needed. So, as Skaith focuses on the amulet, and you see a few wisps of dark, shadowy energy begin to emanate from his palms as he focuses on the amulet. And you, after a moment or two, he opens his eyes. Got it! And you disappear. As a few miners look over, as you start to float again within the astral sea. Sand falls off the bottom of your shoes and drifts off into the unknowing beyond, as you've just littered in space for the first time. Moments pass before thud. You land again on the outskirts of the monastery. This time on the other side of the bridge, so you don't have to cross the bridge again. As you land on the.
It's always on the outside.
I tried. As you land on the outside of the monastery, it is now.
Oh wait, how close are we from the entrance?
You're next to the entrance.
Okay. Be really careful and stick to the edges. The passcode is Border is the best. Just think it really hard.
Got it.
What?
I put a glyph in the doorway.
Oh,
Inside the doorway, so we need to be really.
okay, good to know.
By now, as you head in towards the monastery, you can see the sun is beginning to set. You've been away for some time, and the sun is beginning to set, and a bit of a wind is whipping up around the outside of the monastery. Not not too cold. It's still you're still in the late summer, so it's still warm in general. But up here there is a chilly
wasn't
wind.
winter?
No, because you skipped winter. Right now, today is, according to my calendar, the 20th of August.
What?
You broke through winter, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, where's my birthday?
We did like a 6-month skip.
I thought we were at the beginning of autumn.
I mean, end of August, beginning of autumn. I mean, in a week's time, we'll kick into the beginning of autumn. So, like I said, late summer.
I want my giant fur coat. Should go get that.
It is currently the 20th of the 20th of August, Tar Day the 20th, and it is currently a half moon. If you're
Where's the
interested,
Plenty of visibility.
plenty of visibility, especially since you're above a chunk of the cloud line, and you can just see the sun beginning to disappear on the west, to the west of you. So, what do you want to do?
Go in.
Yeah,
Carefully.
we're back.
Carefully.
You
Not
carefully
evil.
go in and you scoot around where Johanna points to where the glyph is, and you kind of skirt around the outside, and you start to climb the steps up. And it's been a long day, and these steps are actually quite tiring for most of you. It's like, ugh, why do they do this every bloody day? As you climb up to the stairs, and you head up to.
It's training for your legs.
Yeah, this is what you get for skipping a leg day. You head upstairs and you find Jump with a number of scrolls, old scrolls, rolled out along a table that he seems to be reading over. More with his hand than with his eyes, but reading over. Hi guys, welcome back. You're alive. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
How did it go?
Pretty well.
Good. Did you find what you needed?
Mm-hmm.
We got it.
Hey! Good. That didn't take
Were you
long.
able to divine anything from the sacred texts?
I've had a look. I think I might have something that can help us. It was never been done before. But I think I might be able to help. But I can only do it once. So we can either do one of the weapons or do them all at the same time.
Well,
These are little fragments of the elemental lords. Yeah?
That's right. So each of the weapons contains a fragment of power from each of the 4 elemental lords: Imix, Olihydra, Ogamosh, and Yansibin.
And how much do you know of these lords, Jump?
A little bit. They're not very nice, and they rule over big areas within their home planes. They like to try and come over here. Sorry?
Do they vie for power, or?
Not really. Back before they got separated, they kind of did. In the elemental chaos, but they kind of got confined to their own planes. They try and get out every now and again, but we put them back in their boxes.
And would you say, do you know, are they all about the same strength, or are any of them stronger than others?
I think they're about the same strength. I've never fought one.
Because I'm just thinking, these are little bits of them, right? And we've just beaten a whole one.
Yeah.
So, should we have 4 separate little fights, or should we just get them done?
Well,
He said we can only do one
only do it
or
once.
all of them at the same time.
So you can either if you want to purify all of the weapons, you need to do them at the same time. I only have 1 scroll.
I'm game for that.
Can we do it tomorrow?
I think we need to rest before we try that, though.
Oh, of course.
I mean,
Probably.
I feel like I could take them now, to be honest with you. No, I'm joking.
You always feel like you can take everything.
yeah,
I need more
tomorrow. I
spells.
think we're here we're doing this for the power in the first place, right?
Yeah.
So
Power of
I
food.
guess we're doing a Once over, like we did so many months ago against the elementals here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, once over. Maelstrom Monastery.
We should even do
Part
it in the
2,
same spot.
Electric
cool.
Boogaloo. Well, I do need to use the power of the elemental circle, so it will be in the same place.
It's actually using the same map.
What's a map?
No.
Says jump. I don't
As Nathan
understand.
turns the map 360 at 180. It's a different map.
Yeah, I'll flip it horizontally. How's that? Flip
Well, alright then. We should
Oh god,
probably
that looks
rest
really
for
weird
this.
now. No, don't do that.
I'm down a haste
Although the
potion.
shadows are never in the right direction.
Oh god, no. Fuck
The
that.
other way around, it looks even
Please,
worse.
I love being hasted.
There we go.
Ever so much.
Yeah, it worked really well.
I think everyone loves
I'm glad
being
I took it.
hasted.
Oh.
Apart from wizards.
They love to haste. I guess we should do this tomorrow, I think,
You
just
haste?
because we're tapped. And
Yeah.
As luck would have
Yes.
it, we do have some spare rooms at the moment.
Oh yeah?
Nice.
Bloody luck.
Not sure
Um,
that
Okay.
counts as luck.
No, but there are 3 rooms. You're welcome to use them. We have some food that I could drum up as well. It's pretty plain. Like, really plain. Like, porridge.
We've been living off rations for Lord knows how long.
Okay. Shall I fix up some dinner?
Yes,
Good.
please.
Okay. You're free to use the monastery. Try not to touch anything that looks important. I don't know what everything does yet.
Get it.
Should we, by the way, you're all alone up here. If we see people who look like they're cool and maybe into monk stuff, should we send them here? Or do you prefer to be on your own for now?
Like, me
Recruit
be the
for you.
master.
You're
Yeah.
the master and you need pupils. So what if you fall sick? You need someone who can assist you.
Jump thinks. Master jump.
Sounds good.
Master jump. I like it. Yeah.
Alright.
And if any of you want to learn anything, I can try and help you. I learned a lot since I've been here.
Sure.
What kind of stuff?
Mainly how to stand on one leg and like bend down for a long period of time and without getting tired. Like this, and he just kind of like does like the floating chair but with one leg. And he just kind of
So-
holds that
yoga.
pose.
Dex skills. Yeah, totally.
That's how it looks impressive and tiring.
It was when I started, but then the master made me do it for like a day, and now it doesn't hurt anymore. I don't feel much in that leg. He's kind of just. I'll go get dinner, and he just hops out of the room in the same pose, like on a broken pogo stick. And he leaves. He wraps up the scrolls and stuff, tucks them away under his arm, goes to put them away, and then goes off to make you some dinner.
Man, I'd love to see him fight again.
Mm-hmm.
See if he is able to join the fight tomorrow.
It'd be really fun.
Is there anyone we need to scry on today? Like,
You know what's funny?
like Jojo's mom? See where the others are?
I think we should.
That's
I
a
mean,
yes.
if we've got the ability to do it, why don't we use it?
Yeah.
Do you have the ability, Gio? Before we continue the conversation.
Let's see. I think I do. I can do it once. If we've had a short rest, I can do it twice.
Haven't it? We had a short rest just before we left.
Yeah, technically
did.
had a short
Yeah.
We have the whole
Yeah, we
day
had
left
drinks
to
and stuff.
have short
Yeah.
rests and long rests.
Yeah. So I'll say while you had the conversation with Zin, that can count you as a short rest if you wish it.
Okay.
But yeah. Arundel would have been immune to your scry, but is no longer because I think they're immune for 24 hours after you
right.
failed. But Arundel is available to you again, as is anyone else that you failed. I don't think anyone else failed though, if I remember correctly. So it's up to you.
Well, Danny's not here, so we don't have to do Timoth.
True. Are you sure? I so want you to do Timothy.
We should do it when Danny's here, I think.
Okay, that you know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
We Scryed is dead. I'm sorry, it's game.
He's a zombie. He's wandering around Waterdeep. He's a really crap zombie.
Yo-Yo's mom.
Jojo's mom. Okay.
Tyrael.
You
Okay.
remember her?
What?
I have met
okay.
her, right?
Give it to
She was in the castle
Yeah.
before.
So you know what she looks like? She looks like me, but just with a bit of different colour.
Sorry, I'm just thinking. Because
She looks like me, but a bit woodder.
Yeah, she's just a pure elf. She looks like me, just with different colour hair.
got it. Okay. As you sit down, you cast your scrying spell, and you spend 10 minutes. You set up the orb, etc., etc. You carve out, not
You
carve
have
out
something
the
to
table.
help him, Johanna? Anything that was hers? Any kind of...
I mean,
Well, we have you.
I mean technically, eh?
I mean, just take one of Johanna's hairs. That'll do.
Yeah.
You cast your scrying ritual, and you feel the rush of wind against your face as you launch up into the air. And for a second, you can see almost a bird's eye view of the monastery and the surrounding mountains, and it's actually quite breathtaking. And as you do so, you feel your invisible scry, your scrying sensor, kind of just hangs there. It turns it moves left, moves right, a little bit. It kind of judders around, and as if it's looking for something, and then fails to do so, and the spell ends.
I'm afraid it did not come through. I suspect she's on another plane of existence than this.
That
Okay.
it could be on a different plane. It could be, or it could be blocked in some other way. It's hard. You don't know.
Yeah, sure. Or
Or
it
she's
could be
dead.
blocked in some other way, or she's passed on.
Great.
Let's
It's
hope
fine.
the
She
first
doesn't
one, yeah.
return.
Like her
Yeah, you do.
absence has really changed my life in any way. And really affected the person I am now.
What have
With
I
the
done?
whole
What have I done?
mission to go find her.
We'll find her. Don't you worry.
I'm sure she's out there.
She can take care of herself, right?
That smile is super creepy. Please stop.
Everything is perfectly fine.
I
You look like
just
a-
have you got changed, Natasha?
Huh?
Have you got changed?
Is she possessed then?
As you can just see her eye twitching as she smiles. Is there anyone else you'd like to scry on, Giovanni?
Kalioth, right? I am
Kalioth.
asking my teammates if
Yeah,
they have
that could
any
work.
other.
You
If
could
they
do
have any other
Kalioth,
talents.
you could do Timoth, you could do Nearest Parents. There's a lot of people you could do.
We Scryed on the parents too.
Oh, it's a parent day. It's mom day today. Mother's Day.
Yeah.
What about
That's-
Daddy?
Have you met...
outside?
You could
I have
scry
a
on Arundel. You can scry on Nearest Parents. You've met Nearest Parents, I believe.
Yeah, I have met. I don't know them.
At the keep warming party.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that's
you've
that.
met. I think you've met Arundel and Nearest Parents probably of a similar amount.
Yeah.
In terms
That's
of for this spell, you probably
Yeah.
they would the modifiers would be the same.
Let's do Mama Blackthorn then.
We'll do Nearest Parents.
I just looked it up.
Don't give away your secrets. Okay. No, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna do a roll for this, but I'm gonna do a secret roll, and I'm gonna do it physically as well
Ooh.
because I can.
Ooh. Fucking dice.
I want to hear that
Untraceable.
dice. I want to hear that dice.
There's a dice. I don't like that die. I never get to roll my dice, and I want to roll my fucking dice, so I'm going to roll my dice. I'm going to roll my Diablo
Sure.
dice. I don't roll them all the time because they're loud. Anyway. What's the DC?
My DC is 17.
17.
M-
Good to know.
minus 0.
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, you get the familiarity. You get the first hand.
Yeah.
Modifier
Likeness? Or picture? No.
No,
Position
You-
of garment?
it's just a straight roll.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you still have the scrying component set up, so you focus on the crystal ball for a few moments, and you feel once again as your vision rockets into the sky, and this time it finds a mark, and you feel the wind rushing past as the world below shifts. Shifts. It's out of focus. It's blurred. It's hard to make anything out. And as you begin to descend, you catch a small glimpse, as you did with the green room. Give me a perception check, actually.
1 second.
Give you a little bit extra than the scry spell does, but okay. With that, as you descend, the area around appears to be almost a rocky wasteland. It's hard to tell. You don't see any features. It's quite barren. But as your vision zooms in, you find yourself in a tent. A simple tent. Hard to tell what it's made of. It's dark. Can't be much more than about 10 foot wide, a little bit higher. And in the corner, it's dark, it's difficult to see, but in the darkness in the corner you can see a large cage. And inside that cage you see two individuals. They appear to be unconscious, but breathing. As you look in and you see the forms of Nira's mother and father. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. As they lay prone.
Mina and Jonathan.
That's it, Mina and Jonathan. Prone in the corner, but also close. As if they kind of passed out together, or one has sheltered the other. As you look closer, they are mucky, they are muddy, they are dirty. They seem, especially Jonathan, looks a bit roughed up. But you don't see any major injuries on them. But they do appear to be unconscious. You're not sure if it's natural or magical. But they are alive. And that is all you see.
Right.
As you feel yourself being pulled back as if the fisherman reels in his line, and you return back to your own vision with a jolt.
Well, they're alive. They appear captured.
By who?
Not sure.
Are they still within the city?
Same guy same thing, place as a placeholder?
Did I get any greenery or what did you? I'm
No,
sorry.
just a rocky badland.
Oh, Rocky Badland, yeah.
But they weren't
Would I know of any area like that around the city?
Make me a history check while I consult a map.
Oh, dragon cult, dragonborn. They got moved out of the city. That's curious. I wonder if Tree was there as well.
Hmm.
I mean, are your parents magic users at all?
They
Okay.
do a little experimenting with magical things.
Can they cast spells like you can?
I've never seen them do so. They've never really had a reason. They're mostly
Wow.
alchemists.
Okay, so they're knowledgeable, but not magic, like you are.
As far as I know.
So, Nero, with that check and the prompting from Ranos, you do know that the lands towards the east of Waterdeep, further inland, kind of towards like the a bit further past the Grey Peaks that you visited beforehand, you know there are stories of deserts and swampland in that area. There are also deserts. There's also some drier areas to the east between you and between Waterdeep and the High Forest around the Somber Hills where the Earth Cult was found. Anything else than that is much further inland. But the two areas you know of are the Somber Hills and the areas east of, it's kind of southeast of the Grey Peak Mountains, which you do remember being marked on your map.
So, guess the high forest of the table, huh? For now.
High Forest.
Hi, Zin.
A small tree
Do you
pops
mean-
up. Hello.
The Forgotten Woods.
No, the High Forest being where the one of the towers that you were looking to go to was.
Oh, right, okay.
It's where one of the
Oh, did I miss that part? Was that in one of the weeks that I wasn't here? that doesn't ring a bell at
May
all.
have been. I can't remember.
Is that
We've had a lot of sessions recently.
is that northeast then of me, my hometown? Yes, it is.
well, if we're
Southeast.
planning on heading over there to scout it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, oh yeah, I see. Okay, yeah, so it's
Would
southeast.
you like, if I put you back eyes on the map, just to give you an idea. There you
I just had to open it up one so I could try and work it out because I am going to remember where the places are.
Is that the right map? Is that the one? No, it's the other map, isn't it? No, it's this map. So you've got. Let me just make sure. Yeah. So you've got. You can see where the Great Peak Mountains are. They're over here, and you can kind of see this badlandy area around here. Is what I'm referring to.
Where are you thinking? I don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah, I literally can't see where you're looking.
Bottom right.
Alright.
Big arrows.
Alright, so
I see. I can't see any others.
I've just stopped now, but if I ping there, you got the Lonely Moor. You got the Lonely Moor. The Forgotten Forest is quite close, actually. Yeah, Grey Peak Mountains are up here, which is where you met the air monks, and then you've kind of got the Well of Dragons. It's somewhere in this area. You don't know exactly where, and then you got the Forgotten Forest there.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Are we good?
I finally found it. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to drop you back onto the monastery now, if that's alright.
So,
Oopsie.
so I'm guessing we're not going to the high forest since new shit has come to light. We should really prioritize this, I feel.
Well, we could stop by where we think they are on the way to the High Forest, if we're planning on going there anyway.
Well,
I'll put you back on the map.
where we think your parents are is not where the high forest is.
I thought there was one on the way between Waterdeep and...
No.
No. So you've got, if you're on the map,
So
you've
we're
got,
here,
you're
and-
there.
I can't actually see the map, I just see a bunch of labels.
Oh, sorry, they all load in. But you got the. If you look at my arrow, the green arrow, that's from where you are to the High Forest. And then you've got the Forgotten Woods is there, and then the Badlands are over in this area.
Okay.
So
there.
That's near another
out
tower,
where your
though.
parents are on the way we could go to the Forgotten Forest.
we could go to the Forgotten Woods. I mean, if we go to the tree at Secombo, we can cut some of the distance out, and then we can go on through the woods to find Niva's parents.
Secomber is on the way between the two.
Yeah.
Or, I'm not going to start. I'm not going to keep giving you ideas. Sorry, I'll be quiet. I'll let you work this out.
Pointing out map points isn't giving ideas, it's just helping us who can't read maps.
What I was about to say would have given you an idea. So
We could go to the Earth Air Monks, and that's even shorter
hey,
than going
someone
to
else got it.
Secombo.
Yeah.
It would take you to get from the Grey Pink Mountains of where you were down to say the Forgotten Forest would take you about 4 or 5 days.
That would be
About a
useful.
week to get to the Badlands.
We'll do that instead. I don't really want to go home. I don't want to say prep for Niva's parents.
Yeah, let's kick these elementals' ass for good, so they're out of the way, and then let's march on to where we think your parents are. I mean, it's great that they're out of Waterdeep, I guess, but
Yeah,
it's not much
yeah.
better, I think.
and I can send them straight into Vigil as soon as we rescue them.
Yes, that would be good.
Good idea.
Well, I'm guessing they're there for a reason.
Is there a tower at the Grey Cloak Hills?
Well,
Yeah.
Kalanta said as much, and they strongly think that there probably is.
Well, why don't we go check out that tower instead of checking out the tower in the High Forest?
That's what we're saying, yes.
Alright, okay.
I think we put the High Forest on the list because there were already people there defending it.
Yeah.
We had information about elves there already, so we were thinking, they would have information about that particular tower. But if we're going a different way, we could check that one out on the way back, I guess. I don't know.
It'll be okay.
Also,
It's
over
a
there.
hug.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take care of your parents. I mean, it's quite selfish, but in the grander scheme of things, but I think
I need to make sure they're safe
Yes,
so I can focus on everything else.
I would feel horrible just doing that later. Something to happen.
Yeah.
I think that if we're expected to put ourselves in danger to help save the world, then we can save what's important to us.
We can be selfish a little bit.
I think so, yes.
okay.
Alright, then let's rest up.
I
Start the
haven't-
show on the road.
Before we go to sleep, just because I'm prepping for tomorrow, I have a spell, I think, magic circle, and I can either keep elementals in or out of a 10-foot circle.
Sounds useful.
Yeah. It takes 10 minutes to prep, so I'd need to do that ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
As
That
you
could
say
maybe
that, Jump walks in with a tray of porridge. That would be really useful because he just joins the conversation. Because I've kind of got to focus on the stuff, and if they hit me, it could go really bad.
Mm.
So we put you outside.
Well, I mean, you can put me
inside.
He
in the
does remember.
circle, and then they can't get at me, and that makes my life so much easier.
That
maybe
would work.
maybe
actually.
Rannoch can stand in there with you as well.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
that-
There'll be room for 2. I do not. I don't take up a lot of room.
it's 10-foot space circles.
I don't think I don't think I could take 10 foot up if I laid down and spread out.
Is it radius or diameter?
10-foot radius.
Radius.
So it's a
So
20.
that's a 20
Oh,
foot
that's a
diameter.
big circle.
Are we all
That's a big
I
circle.
may have to reconsider the battlefield. I mean,
That's fine.
what?
we're just gonna have loads of elementals just floating around the outside.
Stuck on the outside, just really perched on the edge of a cliff, like.
But they can all fly, right? It's fine.
Scales up.
Oh yeah, I don't think Ogrewash is flying anytime soon.
Oh, so then he just drops to his death. That's
Just-
great.
He just drops down into the nearby village and kills
Like
everyone
if you
there.
drop a stone off a cliff, and you listen for it to land.
2 minutes later. Where is it?
Actually, no. 20-foot circle works. That's fine. I'm happy
Yeah.
with that.
And I mean, I'm not sure it will keep them out, but I don't know if it will keep their spells and effects out.
If they bring any of their elemental underlings, then that will definitely help against those too.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
making sure that we place it right, because we want chances for people to get behind.
Let's just
their
keep
safety.
Yomp out of harm's way for this.
They do have disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures within the cylinder.
Yeah,
You have to reach them first.
but over
So we
the
just
AoE
put-
stuff, like if they set the whole thing on fire, you're kind of stuck there.
So we have to put Yomp in the center and then take care of it.
Or place it behind something, but yeah, somewhere safe. Yeah, but if you put it somewhere good location, jump and maybe you and maybe
Nearer.
it gives you guys a little bit of an extra boost.
Geo can choose to be in there if he wants.
I do not know what Geo's doing with his life choices right now.
I mean, this is why I said he can choose to be in there if he wants. I mean, he's more badass than I am now.
Thanks.
I have to be honest, I'm a bit scared of him.
You should
Yeah.
be. Oh, I mean, what? I'm actually gonna de-attune from my Ring of Mind Shielding and re-attune to my Staff of Bugs and stuff.
Scathe will probably unattune from the
amulet.
amulet and attune some nice weapon, I guess.
I don't know what he dropped off last time.
The head of
Cinder
the skies.
Strike.
He can have he can't have Tinder Strike back. Tinder Strike is going
Oh, yeah.
well.
Oh, no, he had Tinder Strike at the same time anyway, because that's what he was using in the fights, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'll just keep
But
him
we're
on the
using
amulet for
Thunderstrike
now.
for the
I don't
ritual.
think there's much he's got to hand right now, so...
Can you give him
What
one of my
about
iron stones? Get him an armor of Agathis. Or a shield. If he needs it.
Could be helpful.
It's up to you guys. I don't mind however you want to do it. I'm happy to leave him as he is, because he's complicated enough as it is. Like, so complicated.
He'll just summon his bow.
I'm just going to have him summon a bow and just shoot things. It's easier that way. Shall I do his long rest while I think about it? Okay,
Thank you.
so...
Bye.
interesting.
Let's rest.
So, Jomp sets down the warm porridges. They are bland as hell. But they're nourishing.
Yeah, I can spice it up a little bit.
You spice it, yeah, okay. You sprinkle a little bit
Make
of
it,
magic
give
in
it
there,
give it a little fruity flavor.
and it tastes
Kind of-
better than it did.
What kind of fruit you guys like? Bananas? Apples?
So like that really,
I'm thinking about like
really manufactured
Okay.
banana taste.
yeah.
Basically
The little
eating
pride.
opal
is-
fruits, Starburst, and porridge at the same time. Opal fruits is an old name.
Oh, yes, dated us.
I like the artificial banana flavor better than actual bananas though.
There you go then. It works.
Apparently
for you.
the artificial banana flavor was based off a flavor that's now extinct. So
Yeah, the original banana before the bananas all died out of flight because they were too monocultural, and now we've got a different breed of bananas since the 40s.
There you go. Anyone
Sorry.
who does watch this on YouTube for whatever reason, a bit of a history lesson for you. Don't say we're not educational.
You need to tip for that.
Okay, so you all settle down. Jomp sent guides you to some of the basic dormitories where the monks would sleep. Weird. They are Spartan. They are simple. They are simple, like simple cots or like almost like futons on the ground. Not the most comfortable things in the world.
I'm gonna put my sleeping bag over the futon.
Yeah,
kind of
might
a-
help.
little bit more comfortable.
Ignore that piece of text that I just wrote because I fucking hate Roll20. Anyway, but you all settle down to a reasonable night's sleep. Feel free to process your long rest.
But I wish there was a button.
Yeah, we need D&D Beyond. Screw you, Roll20. But you're the only
That's the only
alternative
complaint I have
have.
about this thing is a button for long rest.
Okay,
Oh well, those worse things.
so going forwards, I'm going to stop whispering in Roll20 I'm going to start just messaging you on Discord just for information purposes because it's so much easier to do.
Okay, so now the staff is 1d8 plus 1? Is that right?
I believe it's something like that.
How much?
It used to be
How many
plus-
charges are you getting back?
For the wand, I think it's 1d6 plus 1 or something.
Should be on the item card for the actual.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay then,
Think
so
that's fully
the items
charged.
in. Wait.
it's in there somewhere.
it's fully charged!
Yeah.
Yay! Alright.
1d6 plus 1.
Yeah. So you have the potential to get every charge back, and you kind of got that. You guys are going to notice a lot of charge-based items now that you can teleport literally almost anywhere in the world. I got to limit you somehow. Anyway, you process your long rest. Is there anything anyone else wants to do before the morning?
No.
No, I'm good.
Good. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a quick 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5-minute break right here. And then in the morning, we'll have a battle royale with elementals.
Woo!
Cool.
And I promise you, I don't promise you, that may be the last time you see elementals, because I know you guys have fought a lot of them now.
Yeah.
You'll get some different enemy types. Don't worry, I promise. Okay, then, so we'll take a few minutes now, and we will return post-haste.
Yeah, I gotta go check on my cat. I'll be right back. I let her outside, and sometimes she wanders off, sometimes she doesn't, so I gotta go make sure she's inside before I forget about her.
Yeah, that's how it works. Okay. Oh, Bat eating a banana. That's so cute. It's cute. Baby bats. I'm gonna go. Okay. Right. Oh, calves. Oh, calves.
What a miss. Okay, let's have a look. If you ever, if you ever want to write anything back, feel free to either put it to me in chat or to Discord. It's probably easier in Discord because it's better to keep a record of the conversation.
Yeah. It doesn't stick around for long here in there.
No, it doesn't. It's hard to find, so I'll repost the same in Discord just so we have it.
All right.
There we go. That way we keep a record.
So why haven't you given me a stuff of the Magi yet?
I was looking at the robes of the Archmagi earlier, and I was like, oh hell no! But I found something different instead.
It would make me and Nira have to fight over it.
Oh, I'm planning to drop a few items that many people will fight over.
Nice.
I'm curious to see where the chakrams go, actually.
Yeah.
Because they're a very generic, oh, you're a caster? They're useful for you. They're quite interesting. I sat down earlier, actually I spent a few hours writing up mechanics of each of the items, and I've got a rough draft of what they all do now.
That's cool.
I think the chakrams might be my favourite. So far. Maybe the shield. Maybe that's good. Mainly that's because I play characters who wield shield, so the abilities seem cool.
Yeah. Always find shields kind of dull because I always play casters basically.
When you give them cool abilities, then they start to become more interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
And
also when I play a melee character, I want the biggest sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the Maelstrom Greatsword was meant to be, but no one used it.
What was Maelstrom Greatsword?
I was saying, Jake was just saying, if you want to play like a melee character, you gotta be the one with the biggest sword, and that's what the Greatsword was for. But there's no strength-based people in the party.
No. Technically.
Yet. Well, there's obviously apart from Jojo, there might be another one at some point.
I don't count, technically.
You don't count, but the other person who might be a strength-based person might not count either. It's weird. Cryptic messages, eh? Alright, we're all back. So...
It's Nira. Nira is totally a strength-based character.
Next campaign will all be paladins.
just a team of druids, like dex and strength and wisdom druids. Muscle druids, and smart druids, and agile druids.
We can be different kinds of dryad trees.
Imagine the stealth. You're going through a forest, the bandits come across, and all they find is a group of rabbits. Just munching away.
Those rabbits who will go for the jugular.
That's it. Anyway.
Is the monster behind the rabbit?
Anyway, so, let us return to the monastery. So you all rest up. You have a reasonably... It's quite a tranquil night's sleep. Some of you struggle to sleep as the whipping of the wind kind of flows through parts of the monastery and makes quite a racket at some times. It's quite a ghostly howl even at times. But apart from that, it's quite tranquil. You awake in the morning. Jomp is up ahead of you in his morning meditations. You gather your things. You have some more porridge for breakfast with essence of banana. A balanced breakfast, but it's warming, at least. And Jomp says after dinner, "Okay, well, I'm ready whenever you are. Weather doesn't look too bad today. That might change. I'm not sure what's going to happen. But I'm ready whenever you are."
I stretch.
Giovanni.
Yes.
I had a look through my bag the other day.
Uh-huh.
I noticed I've been carrying around this book. I think from Talia's Terrible Laboratory.
Oh.
It's a book about necromancy and reanimation.
That's interesting.
Would you like to have a look?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I've been carrying it around for quite a while, so just sitting there, and I don't know. I'm not.
Well, it is an interest of mine. It is.
I'm not an undead guy, so and I thought of you whenever I think
Well,
of necromancy. So yeah, have a look. Tell me what you think.
I flipped through the book.
You
Okay.
can keep it for now. It's fine.
I'll whisper you the results.
Yeah, sure.
Very very quickly.
Anything good?
Okay.
Ah.
But yeah, that's I can go into more detail later if you want.
Alright.
But that's to give you a gist.
I actually know most of this stuff, and I hand it back.
Oh, okay.
You get to keep your creepy book.
Okay, me.
You watch as kind of Job's giving Giovanni a cautious side eye as you openly discuss necromancy. He's a little cautious of you.
I get that.
I get that a lot.
You-
It comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Are the rest of us there?
Everyone's there. You're all at the dinner table.
So, can I just perception or insight check Giovanni? Because I'm just used to doing it whenever he's just Giovanni.
I mean, sure.
I thought
He's
not
just
sure
being
Does he really know most of this, or is he just lying?
I don't even know if he's just.
I'm smart. I can read totally.
Giovanni actually can't read.
Not insight.
He's not casting spells. He's actually just got loads of like iron skins.
Go with insight. Why? Because it's higher.
Okay, you pretty sure Giovanni's telling the truth?
Yeah, but does he seem shadier than usual? Or does he just seem like face shady?
He seems always shady.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm
Um,
checking on him.
You got the shady vibe when he started walking around with a golem made of people. Kind of when the shady meter hit its peak and it never really went down.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah, you're putting out the creepy vibes again.
Sorry.
Learn to
I'll
moderate.
try to stop.
Yeah, no,
it.
it's just moderate.
It's
You're
just that
lucky
I've.
you are lucky we are mostly just non-caring people, but moderate.
Yes.
If
It's
I-
just that I've seen that book before.
Right, if
and-
I tell you
Oh, you have seen the book? Where?
shady.
Well,
I tell you what.
another copy of that book.
Oh yeah, at school or?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
No, I mean
I've
it's
studied it.
It's ghoul.
Oh,
I
It's like
just
my
like to say,
accent
I
is-
thought Charles hasn't been here in ages, and if that's his only contribution of the night, well done. I applaud you, Charles.
He's here in spirit to make the puns, and he just
We love you,
he
Charles.
is the silent pun in the dark.
Where did you go to? Do you go to school for necromancy, or is that something that comes to you?
something you just sort of pick up along the way.
Is it like a hobby?
Starts off that way, yeah.
But did you study to become a wizard and then go into necromancy, or is that something that came along because of your doctorly work?
Well, I started off as a doctor, and then I realized magic is helpful, and I started studying doctoral stuff, wizardly stuff.
Ah,
Where'd you go to school for doctorate?
Baldur's
I
Gate
never asked you that. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We should have an actual.
at BG. You know, at BGU.
Yeah, I don't know.
bad guy
I-
university.
I went to HHS, you see.
Ah, right.
We
right.
learnt more kind of magical dealings with like curses, kind of stuff like that. Long
Yeah.
form, lingering. You seem to be better at like the patching.
Thanks.
Cool. Yeah, no, it's a short technique at some point.
Yeah,
Where
we
did
can
you encounter the book before?
just along the way.
Inside check.
Feel free to insight check him.
is it?
Under I.
Believe it or not, they're in alphabetical order.
Okay, I'm gonna make a roll for Giovanni.
Thanks.
You get the sense that Giovanni, there's more to the story, but he seems genuine.
Hmm.
It's hard to tell.
Would you care to share?
About where I read a book
Yeah.
on necromancy, which
Yeah.
is basically I can't recall exactly which town I picked up that book, but along the way, I've read a couple of books on necromancy, learned the animation spells basically, and the stitching of stuff.
I mean, they must be hard to come by since it's not. Is it actually illegal? I don't know. It's just really frowned upon.
I know necromancy spells. I mean, it's not bad.
You'd be surprised because I have been traveling along the Sword Coast, practicing as a doctor, and you'd be surprised by how many of the small town nobles actually carry this stuff.
Yeah, the allure of the forbidden, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm
Necromancy. Just
looking
to
at how many of my spells are necromantic spells.
quite a few.
There's quite a few of them.
Necromancy is currently it's a grey area in society right now. It is most major cities have banned its practice, but there are movements lobbying for its legalization. And there is a culture shift going on. You notice as much during the Wizards Convention as part of the open necromantic debate.
I mean, there's raising the dead, and then there's harnessing negative energy. I guess there's a difference to people.
Well, yeah. It's easier to raise the dead as zombies, basically, than as
Functional people.
than as functional people.
I guess it's ethics. It's easier as a zombie, but it's more ethical if it's a functional person who wants to come back.
True.
I think there's a debatable statement there.
Zin, you've already died. Shut up.
I'm alive.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
Should we also
I
prepare
like
for
to-
the ritual?
I like to feel that our party's taken a bit of a dark turn since we started out, hasn't it? I mean, the monk got swapped out for a necromancer, and the lovely ranger got swapped out for a barbarian with dead people in him.
And your cleric turned from a good god to an evil god, and your rogue turned into a warlock with an evil god. I mean, the only one who's pretty much plain sailing right now is Niram Ranos. And they're trying, but your ship is steering towards oblivion right now.
I mean, I'm not really against necromancy.
Okay,
It's
Niram's
kind of
steering in the
very
right direction, if that's
Evil
it.
campaign by itself.
I'm gonna go find John because I want to know how long his prep takes before I need to do my prep.
I would like to. I'd like to see us stay on the practical side of it. You know what I mean?
It's quite practical.
Instead of the maybe practical is the wrong word. The
They're
is there a
not
good side? I want to say the
ethical-
good
the
side.
ethical
They're
side.
using it for a higher purpose instead of
Yeah, keeping the ethics.
a more base.
I'll try to limit the defiling of corpses. I'll try to keep that to a minimum.
I mean, what we saw.
And
In, what we saw in Xanthus Lair, I think that's pushing it. You know, with all the undead horrors stitched together, these trolls in there, they must have been there for
Very cool, but yeah,
very cool,
probably
guess-
pushing it. Probably.
Where did you get Johnny from? You did tell us.
Yeah, I built him.
Yeah, but as in, where did you get the bits to build him from?
It is
Around. Around. Waterdeep.
Okay.
Did you kill people for it?
I did not.
So just graveyards.
Some good old grave robbing.
Hmm.
That's what I did.
So did you take a whole corpse, or just saw a leg there, here and there, and take a handful?
I took the best pieces, yeah, from several people.
That must have been a lot of work. I mean, they're buried pretty deep if they're buried at all, not burned.
He had 6 months.
Yeah, I had a pretty solid amount of time, and I tried out different stuff, and
But wait,
eventually,
wait.
John.
We killed so many people. Why did take from them instead of the good dead citizens of Waterdeep? We're sworn to protect. Sworn to protect.
But have we really killed a lot of people? People?
Yeah, the whole cultist. Every one of those was a human to some extent.
We've killed a lot of people.
I'm
I
not
can
sure
hear
I
you
was.
over his headphone.
Yeah. I'm not sure I was with you when we killed.
In Luskan, there were hundreds. We killed a few there. Then
You killed
Oh,
about-
that's true.
You killed about 3
and
people.
there's also the fire cult. Those were humans with.
And the
Yeah.
egg roll.
I mean, a bad guy.
Yeah, people too. You had plenty of opportunities. I think maybe
Yeah.
you were mostly scared to look weird in front of us because you haven't done that before.
Yeah, it was a bit of an. I want to keep it on the down low, yeah. I didn't really want to pick up a body and put him in a bag and drag him around with me from the plane of air. I didn't want to do that, no.
Unless it's cold in bag, we'll keep him fresh for longer.
Yeah, I have the bag of clothing if you like. I mean, you know that now.
Oh, I've got gentle repose as well.
Yeah, but you don't have to carry 80 kilos of a person around if it's in the bag.
That's true. I'll keep that in mind
If they're evil fuckers, I have no
For-
qualms, you know.
for Johnny 2.0.
Gotta
Sorry?
believe them. I have no qualm with you if it's from bad people. But I know, we did swear to protect Waterdeep, and I think we should do it.
I would argue that the dead would also want to protect Waterdeep. But this could be discussed at a later time, I think.
Guys, can you talk about this at the next Wizards convention and not right now?
Wouldn't it be more fun to make bad people do things they
Thanks.
didn't like in life, do in death?
I guess.
So like a post-mortem punishment?
As I said, I'll try to limit the defiling of corpses.
Yeah, okay.
And
Thank you for understanding.
Yep, definitely Nero being the moral centre. Also, just out of curiosity, looking up additional rules. Airships do have a cost.
Off.
That'd be telling now, wouldn't it?
Our lives and souls.
An airship, according to the DMG, an airship will set you back 20,000 gold.
We can afford that, I think.
Has a speed of 8 miles per hour, requires a crew of 10, and can carry up to 20 passengers.
He can afford.
And
That
it's
sounds good.
designed. It's kind of more designed around a bit of a blimp setup. I don't know if you guys
might
can
not be
see
able to
that,
afford a crew.
but
Oh yeah, yeah, I see it.
Mm.
nice.
That looks like from something from Final Fantasy IX.
it's very similar in style. Just in case that ever came up. Unfortunately, you don't know anyone that makes them, or you've not been to anywhere that makes them yet. Well, one of you has.
Who's that?
You'll find out one day. Anyway, and they're not exactly easy to buy, but I'm not opposed to the idea.
The balloon
Off
is
the
made
road.
of
But they only
skin.
travel at 8 miles an hour. That's not very quick.
Considering a sailboat or the other boats only travel at 4, it's the equivalent of having a move speed of 80 feet. So
And I suppose you can take the most direct route, pretty much.
they take the direct route, and also they don't fatigue.
Yeah. And they move. Yeah, so they move all night as well.
If I was thinking, because you guys can travel about on foot with your move speed of 30, you can travel about 12 miles a day, is it? Or is it 24 miles a day? Where's Danny when you need him? But I think you can move, let's just say 24 at a brisk pace, so you could probably easily do about 80 miles a day.
Neat.
Or something like that.
Also super cool. Also, the space giants, I was gonna say, the storm giants have airships.
They do.
They're a little bit too big for us.
Yeah. See if you can get the schematics off them.
I was going to say, but surely they could build a small airship.
Yeah.
If they find it that easy to build a big one, imagine how easy they find it to build a small one.
I think it's more of a case of the plane of air allows the easy construction. Less gravity, less land. Anyway,
So
we're
we
getting
just
off
need to
topic.
figure out a way to get it back.
Yeah.
This is something for another day.
This is
I
the time
think.
to
We
move
have the
to
money
another
now, but no.
Okay, so you guys start to head up to the top level of the monastery, out towards the elemental circle. You see Jump there. He's got a number. You can see he's got a few books around him. The wind whips around the general area, but you notice that inside the circle is calm. The pages of Yomp's book are not moving at all. And he's kind of sitting in the centre with a few bits and bobs nearby. As he looks through, he says, it won't take me long to finish. Did you want to do a circly thing?
I need 10 minutes and a good location.
Here?
Yeah, I know. Can I? It was mostly a hint to the DM. Can I see the map so I can place?
I'm getting there.
Thank you.
I've already put the circle down for you. Feel free to move it, but that's where John's sitting. Now, one thing I will say while we're on this map, just to be clear, obviously this map is not exact, but the areas you see here, for example, you've got this edge here, this edge up here, this edge here, that is sheer cliff face. So this grassland area here does not exist for the intents and purposes of this map. So you can kind of just imagine this like this rockiness being the top of this peak. Unfortunately, I can't edit the map in all of that, but just use your imaginations, if you wouldn't mind.
Maybe just colour it in.
Perfect. Banishment sounds like a good idea. Giovanni?
Yep.
Hamlet.
Jojo, can you ban banishment?
Did John specifically say we have to defeat them? Because if we banish it to another plane, then technically it's still there.
No, just to get it out of our hair while we deal with the others.
Okay, yeah, fair play.
So taking one out at least would be nice, if possible, I think.
What contest is what save is charisma?
Charisma.
It's charisma. I said charisma. I meant to say banishment. Okay,
Yeah, it's charisma.
maybe do it to the stone guy then. He doesn't seem very charismatic from what we saw of him recently.
The other guy also didn't seem very charismatic. But Jojo, can you do banishment as well?
Not today.
Okay. I'll take that as a no.
Not today. It's a concentration. I don't tend to pack it because I've got to use other things. And you guys can do it.
I can't.
Should have asked me
You
yesterday.
can.
Yeah, should have asked me yesterday.
And I will.
There you go then.
Good.
Would anyone like to run... Mouse issues. Would anyone like to run Skaith, or would you like me to run him? I don't mind. I'm going to be running him quite simply because I have multiple creatures to run, unfortunately. But the option is there if anyone wants it. Going once. Going twice. Sold to me. Good to know. Okay, feel free...
Scape's sheet is awful.
It is. Feel free to drop yourselves onto the map wherever you wish to be placed.
Does Jump have to stay in the middle?
Yes.
Cool, okay, that's where I'm going to place a circle then, I guess.
Good
Otherwise,
to
it's
know.
going to hide it behind a corner with Jump in it. So I was going to do it maybe but that'll be fine.
Okay. Okay.
Does anybody want to be in the circle with him?
I mean, it's not sealed. We can pass freely in and out,
Yeah,
can't we?
we can, but I feel that someone being relatively vigilant near him might be helpful.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, I'm thinking Rannox or Geo, someone who's got some power but can move, because we want to keep Nira behind a column.
Well, should we not keep Nira in there as well, so everyone has disadvantage against her?
It's limited room in this circle.
Also, if they do anything that affects an area,
Yeah, I don't want to put too many of us just behind in the middle.
so that's 4 of us. And if I don't know if the Emix shard can do something like a fireball. I mean, I would drop one on that.
I am not dexterous. I have arthritis. I don't, but I'm really not much for throwing myself out of harm's way.
Yeah.
I can cast it's a higher level spell, but I can cast freedom of movement on somebody as well, and it makes them.
Isn't that concentration?
Nope.
Hmm.
But I picked it. It means that they don't get affected by terrain, or nothing can paralyze or restrain them.
From what we know about these elements, I don't know about these specifically, but in general, I think only the earth elemental did ever restrain us in any way.
No, but
The fire thing would probably run into us and try to burn us to death.
the wind, the air one, didn't it have wind that kind of made it difficult?
Did he try and push us?
With wind. I feel like I should give Zin some freedom so he can just run around a bit more without any danger.
I think Zin would be okay. I think if you leave it to anyone, Geo might be a good shout.
Give it to yourself.
Yeah, I'll give it to yourself, and then you can get
You
to
have
us when we're in
problems
trouble.
Getting around, often, I think. And you
I
need
am
to-
good.
well,
Yep, I'll go with that. So I've used my which one spells have I used? I don't know where I am. I can't read.
I'll put my hand on Gio's shoulder. And
I can't.
need to banish these elementals, man. I'm counting on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Water.
Are you all in the
And then-
positions that you wish to be in at the start of combat? I'm gonna
Wait,
put
I'm
Scale.
gonna do left
I'm going
hand
to start.
as well.
I'm going to start a bit closer to Nira, just because I don't know where these elementals are going to come
I'm
from.
gonna hide Skaith over here. Because that
I-
sounds Skaith-like.
I'm going to be
constantly
escape.
charm.
Don't get too close to that edge.
I can
You
fly.
can
Bless. Wait,
Oh yeah, fair enough.
wait. I can't count. Why can't I read, guys? I didn't know we were doing it this quickly.
It's alright. You've only had 20 minutes.
I know, but I have so much to do.
Casters, man.
Choice. I know.
So you
I'm
have to be
trying
the
to,
cleric.
I was trying to do it in order of logical time, and then it's like, so 10 minutes before I'm doing this, and then I have to go do this and this and this, but then it all happens pretty quickly. I am going to cast a level. When I use my higher level spells if I need it. So level 2 bless, which is 4 people.
Remember, bless only lasts 1 minute.
I know I'm going to do it just before jumps. That's his final thing.
Alright. In terms of... You'll only get about half of the spell if you do that, roughly. Half of the
Yeah.
duration.
I'd
5 turns.
maybe do it as soon as it kicks off.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who wants it? Okay.
It's going to be a case of combat start, then go for bless.
Okay.
Because the
Yes.
timing is going to be difficult.
Thank you for the advice, Pigeon.
So,
No, escape. Escape gave you
Thank
that
you.
advice.
Thank you, Skaith. You are the wisdom in my ear.
Jomp asks you for the 4 weapons. I'm going to need all 4 of them, if you wouldn't mind. Hey, you'd hand them over?
Yes.
Watch out, they're cursed as shit.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm wearing gloves. And Skaith hands over Tinder Strike very begrudgingly, but does so. You watch as he lays the 4 weapons. Tinder Strike the dagger, Drown the trident, Windvane the spear, and Ironfang
No,
the
yeah.
pick.
Do that.
And he lays them all down. He says, "Okay, this is going to take me a few minutes. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen, but if you could keep an eye on me, that'd be really useful."
We'll do just that.
You watch as
Do your stone thing when you.
yeah,
while you do that.
I was thinking that, and you watch as he kind of focuses for a second, and his entire form becomes encased in stone. As he
you're
takes
such a
on
badass.
a variant of the stone skin variant of the stone skin spell.
Oh, stone skin. Don't we have a potion?
Near
Yeah,
it.
that probably would be good against
Shouldn't you
Venom.
maybe someone drink it? Maybe it helps against fire even. Or being pushed over cliffs.
I don't think it quite does that. I mean, it will will give you resistance to bludgeoning damage, but falling 300 feet down this cliff isn't going to help you. Unless you're Zin, because maybe he could survive it. Okay, so as Jomp begins to mutter to himself in a language that most of you don't actually understand, and you watch as he reads down the scroll, and he's kind of reading it, but more running his hand along the scroll as he looks out forth with those snow-blind eyes of his and begins to mutter an incantation under his breath. You watch as one by one each of the weapons lights up. You watch as Tinderstrike glows with flame. Windvane begins to pulse, almost with static energy. Ironfang rumbles on the ground. And small little water jets jump off of Drow. Just as he continues his incantation, the weapons begin to rise up into the air and form almost a column above his head as they all start to spin in circles, start to spin round and faster and faster, and that the calm, temperate air begins to lax as wind begins to build up in the area. Clouds start to form overhead, and the ground begins to rumble ever so slightly. As the spinning continues, and the weapons, they grow brighter and brighter and brighter. The weather effects get fiercer and fiercer before there's a loud crash of thunder that striking down onto the weapons, and there's a bright flash of light as 4 motes of elemental energy spread to the 4 winds and land in the corners of the elemental circle. As the sparks pulse for a moment before exploding as they increase in volume and shape, as 4 powerful looking elemental embers transform before your very eyes. I'd like everyone to roll me some initiative.
Pre-roll. Nice.
Only the best content here, Adrian. Only the best content here.
I thought you said only the breast content then. I was like,
I mean,
Jesus,
however
mate.
you want to take it.
I mean, I've technically got advantage, but I can't roll higher than a natural 20.
I mean, you could roll another natural 20 and
Should we-
break
should we
the
go-
laws of
Should
time.
we go for it?
Go for it, man.
Don't waste another.
Okay, let me roll for Scathe, because I keep forgetting him.
Best roll.
I'm missing 1. Do you have
I
an
will
idea?
Be me 1 second. There it
Add
is.
2 to my initiative because of jackpot traits.
Go for it. If you want to, you can add it manually yourself, I think, if you
Yeah,
have
I
it.
did. I just wanted to let you know.
Awesome.
Why have I got a 2d8 button, Nathan?
You don't?
Next to initiative, I've got a 2d8 button.
I
Hunter's Mark?
don't know. That is something. I mean, Johanna has a D8 button for the Divine Strike. Maybe there's some bleeding going on between sheets. I don't know.
Maybe it's Zero's Hunter's Mark.
That was D6s. Maybe it's
Oh, yeah.
Colossus Slayer.
I've got
you
a
know what?
thingy set up for 2d8, but I don't know why it's up there.
I ain't got a clue. Anyway,
And I only set it up for Nate for thingy. But anyway, carry on.
combat time. Okay, let's put this in descending order. Let's get our good friend in the round counter, because I find it interesting. The round counter sits at 0.
I find it helpful, so yeah.
It's useful for spells as well. Okay, so top of the round, none other than Zinris. What do you,
Okay.
you watch as these 4 powerful elemental beings begin to take shape and rise up. What do you want to do?
Okay. Zin is going to just quickly check something.
Okay, Giovanni, you're up
That's-
next.
That's unusual for Zin, isn't it?
He's unsure, but you can obviously guess. In the top left, you have Ollie Hydra, then you have Yancy Bin in the top right, Himix in the bottom right, and the very familiar, much smaller version of Ogamosh in the bottom left.
Where's
I will give Yancy his little. I'm going to give him an aura actually, because he kind of blends in the background.
I can't remember what's my ring called. Remind me.
Signet of the Mountain King. It's in the artifacts section.
Ah, right. That's why I can't find it in the item.
That's all right.
In the artifact section. Alright.
So if you go into items and loot, and then there's artifacts under that.
Oh, yep. I've got it. There we go.
And that is an action.
It's an action. That's what I was checking.
It's a full action to Hulk out.
Okay. So, Zin is going to use a bonus action to rage.
Alright?
I'm then going to move next to Nira.
Yep.
And for the first turn, I'm just going to attack. Right.
Alright, make your attacks. Okay, they both hit. Roll damage. Not bad. As you walk up to this huge humanoid-looking gust cloud, as he kind of sneers in your direction with a hiss, as your swords pierce through the elemental wind form, leaving jagged marks across, as he did not like that in the slightest.
I'm sorry. I'll have to run at least for a bit. Will someone play my character, please?
I can run him.
I'm so sorry. Just gonna call. I might be back a bit later.
Okay.
If you're going to run runoff, do you want me to run Scathe for you?
It's alright, I have enough room on my PC for all of them.
If 2 ever come close to each other, I want to wall of force them. Other than that, chain lightning.
I will
And,
do what I can.
Inspire healing. Alright, I'm so sorry for this. I'll try to be back ASAP.
Okay, is that your turn, Zin?
That is my turn, yeah.
Alright, Giovanni.
Yeah, will you remind me of the casting 2 spells in 1 turn?
So, we rolled it
Cool.
as we introduced this rule far earlier than we should have done. However, it was you can roll if you cast another spell. If you cast 1 spell, you can cast another bonus action spell as long as it is a bonus action and level 2 or lower.
Okay, so if I have, because I have banishment through the Still Tongue book as a bonus action, so then I would be able to cast a level 2 or lower main action spell?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, okay, but I can't, but I'll be able to cast a cantrip anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll banish the fire guy.
Gimmicks. Okay. It's a charisma saving throw.
Yes.
19 to save.
Ah, that succeeds. Damn.
Okay. You.
Then I'll... Yep.
You try to banish the creature, and the flames flicker, but then they blare with blinding radiance, and he looks angry.
Then I'll spooky hand of doom him.
Go for it.
Yeah.
That will miss, unfortunately.
No.
13 not
Okay.
being a very high roll.
No. I'll stay behind the zone
You're
then.
staying within the circle. Okay.
Yeah.
On Yan's turn, he is going to look at you, Zin, with disdain. You watch as the wind whips around him, and with a gust of wind, he vanishes.
That's fine. That's kind of what I wanted him to do.
And it's hard to tell, but you're pretty sure the wind is whipping around you, but as you kind of focus on that space, you're not sure if he's there anymore. Okay, Ranos' turn. Ranos is going to first he'll inspire Giovanni because he did say that, but I'm going to. I didn't allow the bless originally, so I'm going to put the bonus action now. So Giovanni is now inspired. He is then going to cast. That's the distance between these. They're too far away for chain lightning. So let's have a look at his spells. I think to start off with, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to drop just a vicious mockery on the guy he's facing, or a Hydra. So that's going to require a
Hydra.
yeah, a wisdom saving throw, which it fails. So vicious mockery, 5 points of damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack. Nera, you're up. Oh, a little purple die actually. Okay, Nera, your turn.
You're
Muted.
Classic Katie.
Yep. I think we can hear you now, Cat.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, I'll use my action
I
to
actually
launch a
climbed
cat across
right-
the room.
I'm to my lap right as I went to
Katie
do
wins.
something. Okay.
KO.
I don't guess I can see this guy, can I?
You can't quite see him. The
Kind of.
stones are in the way. You'd have to move to get a decent shot at him.
Yeah.
Technically.
I was going to ask, can we see through, like, fit under these stones? They look like hinged.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
quite
like right
tall.
here.
You can go underneath them, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm scared to move though, because what if that guy is still nearby?
You're pretty sure he's not. But you
I
don't
mean,
know.
I attacked him so that he'd have disadvantage against you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I attacked and not popped my ring.
Yeah.
So,
Tactics.
that's not a great framing of words. I'm
Pop my
sorry.
ring. So, what do you want to do, Nero? I will note against firebolting the fire guy.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah, I
a bad
wasn't
idea.
gonna. Yeah. Okay, well then I'm just gonna move to the other side of Zin so that I can see the water guy.
Yep,
Try to firebolt that guy.
go for it. Roll, make me an attack.
Yeah!
That'll hit. Roll damage.
It's not great, but it'll work.
16 points of fire damage. It's not that bad. As the bolt of flame rises across the courtyard, striking the elemental in the side, and it just steams. Doesn't look too happy. All right.
Firebolt's getting damn hard now, isn't it?
Yeah. It's creating me some unique challenges. Okay, so on Imix's turn, he is going to pull up his sheet. He is going to first. He's going to stay where he is actually, and he is going to. You watch as the creature rolls back, and it's almost. It's hard to tell, but you think it's his hand blazes with flame as he launches a fireball right in the center here, which is pretty much going to hit everyone apart from Scoth. Because it's 420. Yeah, that's going to quite easy. So I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw. What I'll do is those that are in the circle, I'll give you advantage.
18.
I also have advantage, luckily.
Yep, 16. Okay, let's have a look. Make sure where his DC is. Okay, so let me roll some damage. So the save against this one is 18. So Geo saves, Zin saves, Ranos saves, Nira does not save, Johanna does not save. So those of you who did save, so those of you who rolled 18 or higher, you take 17 points of fire damage. The rest of you take 35 points of fire damage.
That's not a bad roll.
Oop, sugar. Oopsie daisy, I'm breaking. I just gave Reynolds minus 137 health. He probably won't be too happy about that. Giovanni.
So did I. I just minus 183.
Nice.
Instead of
Okay,
18.
and that's Imix's turn. Okay, Olehydra's turn. Olehydra is going to have a look around. Make a perception check first. Doesn't notice Skaith. He's going to have a look around and he's going to have a look at the one person that shot at her. And looks at Nira and she's going to unleash a water jet in your direction. Which crits.
Disadvantage.
With disadvantage? Because of the next attack.
Vicious mockery.
Yes. That's it, so not a crit.
It still hits, but it's not a crit.
So you take 18 points of bludgeoning damage as this.
Killed that.
You
Ow.
take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this bolt
Nice.
of water, this jet of water, strikes you across the chest and knocks you off. It could. You notice that it only kind of catches your shoulder as you are pushed slightly to the side.
Okay. Alright. Good. Still not feeling great.
Okay, Skaith. I'm actually going to retroactively
The
roll
most
stealth
I've been
check for
hurt
Skaith.
in a while.
Because of reasons. Let's do that. Can he be an 8? Yes, he can. Fuck it, let's go. He's going to run up towards Olehydra and try and stab her with a booming blade without sneak. 19 to hit. 13 points.
That was a
of-
stealth roll.
Oh god. That is stealth. His sheet is so confusing. 13 to hit? No, wait. Okay. Bear
That's
with
damage.
me momentarily. So what I'm going to do
I think that was for the
Let's just do
if
that.
they moved.
So I'll do that and I'll
There you go.
negate the sneak damage. So he does minus that, so minus 6, minus 6, that's 12, minus 4 is 16, so 26, 29, minus 16 is 13, plus 11 is 24 points of damage. Maths!
I think the damage you rolled earlier was if they move.
Yes, I think that's right.
Yeah.
It's 3d8.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so that is Skaith's turn. Ugamosh, his turn.
Oh,
he's
boy.
he's a little bit slower, this guy. He's not quite as fast as his cousins, so he's only going to move 20 feet. But that is enough. He's going to move... I think he can't get inside the circle.
He can't get in the circle.
So he's going to move... He can't get to you, actually. So he's going to make a move to here. And he's going to move to there. And he's going to use a dash action to move to here. Which is kind of just on the outside of the circle with a large form. So that's his turn. Jojo, you're up.
Cool, so level 4 Bless.
Oh, shit.
So that's going to be, again, for...
I forgot. Sorry.
No, don't worry about it. Me, who's close to me? Within 30 feet. Me, Nira, Sins within 30 feet, and Ranos, because I think he's going to need it.
When you say level 4 bless, do you mean level 2 bless for 4 people, or 4th level bless to get 6 people?
Oh, level 2 Bless for 4 people.
That's what I thought.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm not burning a 4th level spell.
Awesome.
So I just need to write that remember who's best for me, then Nira and Vanos.
Then I am... That one's done. Sorry. 2. Then as... I can bonus action another spell. Right?
Yep.
Cool.
What do
So
you
I'm
cast?
gonna throw a spiritual weapon.
Well, it's been a while since we've had one of those.
I know. I'm not sure what shape it's gonna be in this time.
Where would you like it?
I'm gonna do it at the one intimidating Ranos.
Okay, let's make it a kind of a sickle.
Stick it in the middle so I can hit both.
Good point. Put it there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it between the water hydra and stone guy. I can remember
Okay.
some of their names impartially.
Which one would you like to hit? Well, make your attack roll, and then choose which one you want to hit, and then make your attack. roll.
Stone guy.
We'll hit the stone guy. Okay, make your
Stone
attack.
guy. Spiritual weapon.
7 will miss
But
horribly.
with a +4.
Oh god, you got no chance.
Okay, fine.
7
What's
takes
that?
into account plus 4.
No.
No, that's +4 for the wisdom.
No,
If you're
it's
talking about
less.
less.
Alright.
I
Okay.
just have a high wisdom roll.
Is that you done?
Then, nope. I'm gonna
Okay.
run. It's within 30 feet.
Yep.
Run to this one.
Yep.
And I'm gonna action surge. Might as well get it on with.
Okay.
Stab it.
Make an attack.
I feel like I'm just doing a lot of things. Come
It's
on,
fine.
You're fine.
hit something.
Burn all your resources. That hits. Roll
Okay.
damage.
I'm gonna burn them at some point. I tend to forget that I've got it, so I might as well just use it.
I feel
Okay,
like
so-
you should be able to cast a third spell with action surge. No, I'm joking.
24. 24 points of damage as you strike into the flaming heart of Imix. The flame wavers but regains its form quickly.
And it's still my
That's what you
turn.
got.
No, I've still got 15 more feet of movement.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if I can get out of the way again. I wonder if it's going to hit me if I get
Yeah, it's gonna hit
I
you
have
from
no
anyway.
idea.
me, but it's also on fire.
It is made of fire.
So I should probably.
It's
Do you
up
know
to
what? I don't know. I'm just gonna
Okay.
stay in front of the fire.
Zin, you're up. Giovanni, you're on deck.
Okay, so Zin is now officially, for the first time ever, going to use his action to pop the ring.
You popped the ring. Okay. Zin, as you hold the signet ring in your finger and you focus upon it, and you kind of clench your fist around your blade with the ring as it glows a bleeding red on your hand. As the storm swirls, a stray bolt of lightning. The rest of you watch as a stray bolt of lightning cracks down, striking the ring. As Zin lets out a massive battle cry that you didn't even know was in you. As his form grows, his skin turns grey as stone, and he takes on the form of the Mountain King.
Ooh.
And at the same time, I yell, "By the power of Grayskull!"
Exactly, that is exactly what
The
happens.
fuck is that?
As you now have
It's,
giant
He-Man and the
avatars
Masters
in.
of the universe.
Oh, I was gonna.
So, Zin, that is your action. You have your movement. You are
do have
also
my movement.
the right size to grapple these people. Just want to throw that out there. Don't
I
grapple the
have
fire.
already thought of that. But I can't grapple because it's an action, isn't it?
It is.
So I can't grapple
This time. This
But I
time.
want to know if I, because I have the movement bit, if I move through the water, can I do that? The water elemental.
You can try.
I kind of want to aggro him. This is the point. Like, I know I can't attack him or do anything like that to him, but I kind of want to aggro him.
You can go up to him and I'll give you like an intimidation check against it or something. If you want to shout in his face.
Yeah, let's do that then. So if I move, actually no, let's do it to the stone guy. I'm going to move and stand here. So can I share the space with the spiritual weapon?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll move it there.
So I'm going to stand
next to
between
these.
them two. And I'm gonna shout at the stone guy. I'm gonna shout, "I killed a big one of you not 10 minutes ago." It's like laughing in his face.
Alright, if you give me an intimidation check. We'll see what happens after on his turn. Giovanni.
I don't think he's here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
He's
okay.
here.
I'll try to banish the water guy now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, charisma saving throw. This one's not as charismatic. Only
That's
makes
good.
an 8.
So it's banished.
But it burns its one legendary resistance to,
No!
to resist it. But good try.
Then that's my turn.
Unfortunately, you guys killed Ogamosh so easily. Okay, at the end of Giovanni's turn, you watch as Yancy Bin, flying about 20 feet up in the air, appears off the corner of the establishment. Go on, cat, move. Good girl. Okay.
Why's the other taking? Oh, sorry.
He sees his quarry, and you watch as he points a finger at you, Zin. As there's a spark, and he unleashes a lightning bolt at you. So you want to make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
I can.
You succeed,
20.
so you half, 36
And half
down
again.
to 18, and half again as you take 9 points of lightning damage.
I could get used to this resistance for everything, you know.
It's quite good, isn't it?
Frenzy Barbarian might be the way to go.
So, as these items are very powerful, and they will do a lot for you. On Ranos's turn, Ranos is going to... I know you said about his Wall of Force, but I'm not sure. Actually, we're going to drop some Chain Lightning into this. Now that Ogamosh and Olihide are a little bit closer.
And the fire one's within range as well.
Of lightning?
Yeah. They have to be 30 feet apart.
30 feet apart.
These guys are
Let's go with
30
that.
feet apart.
Chain
I checked
lightning.
because I was going to do that too.
Okay, let's make some
Awesome.
dexterity saving throws. So, Ogamosh makes a he's not very dexy. Olihydra, not very dexy. Imix, strangely quite dexy. So that is Olihydra. So Ogamosh fails. Olihydra succeeds. And Imix fails. So Ogamosh takes lightning 24 points of damage. Olihydra takes 12 points of damage. And Imix takes 24 points of damage. Is that 24 or 2? I think it was 2.
Did it look like Olihydra reacted any worse to the fact that he was hit by lightning?
Didn't seem to do much. It seemed to... The lightning seemed to strike and scatter around its body. Didn't seem to have a lot of effect, but you're not sure what the cause of that was. And then we'll do a level 2 healing word on Zenira. Please support this on Zenira, and you will take 7 points of healing damage.
Thank you.
Boom. Okay. At the end of Ranos' turn, it is your Nira. It is your turn.
Alright. Shit. Do I haste Johanna or do I cast Chain Lightning?
Seems to be it's a hard choice.
She's still within range of the haste. is the question.
Oh,
Just barely.
Welcome back.
sorry.
It's all right.
Shit.
So you've used your Chain Lightning and you've used level 2 spells so far.
Oh,
And you've used 1 Bardic Inspiration. I did not mark that off on your sheet. I will do that now. All yours. Close sheet.
Move up a little bit.
Okay,
what
okay.
about the initial Geo one?
I didn't allow the initial one because I didn't allow the initial bless.
Ah, right.
So, yeah, second. Haste. On Johanna.
Haste on Johanna.
I'll press the spell again.
As you watch as Johanna, she's getting a snail spell, a snail icon because it's funny. So Johanna, you feel a rush of energy form over you as you kind of move your hand back and forth and it kind of phases, and you feel good. Is that your turn, Nira?
Yes. I'll
Okay.
go ahead and put a little.
Okay, Johanna, at the start of Imix's turn, his fire aura bursts around him and you take 4 points of fire damage.
That's too much.
He then moves through your space, igniting you in the process, and you take an additional 2 points, an additional 7 points of fire damage. So that's 11
That's
points
my
of fire
turn then.
damage.
Cool.
He's then going to make 2 slam attacks against you actually to see what happens. 23 to hit.
They both miss now.
Miss because of your haste
Whew.
spell. Oh god, if you
Oh,
get
yeah.
that shield and haste, I'm never hitting you. Good to know. So that's Imix's turn. On Alehadra's turn, he's gonna turn around and slap the bitch that's been poking him in the butt. Sorry, Skaith. What have we got? We've got some slams, so we're gonna slam Skaith. Once, no, twice. So the slam does hit Skaith. He cannot dodge that. He hits for 12 points of bludgeoning damage. He'll uncanny dodge it to 6. Reduces it to
I
6.
was going to shield it.
Do you want to? He's only going to take 6 points of damage otherwise.
If he's going to uncanny dodge it, no, I won't.
Okay, you watch as this large arm reaches out and grabs Skaith. The second one then will hit because it has advantage because of the grapple. Is that restrained?
Restrained, isn't it?
I think it's restrained. No, grapple. You know the one person who would know? Skaith.
Escape.
Yeah.
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 You need to look it up. No, he just can't. He just can't move. But you watch as I'm going to change it up a little bit because the first attack hit. It's going to change what his second attack was. It doesn't make a difference because it misses Zin. But you watch as the one large pseudopod reaches out and slams into Skaith, and he's engulfed in water and dragged inside Olahydra's form. And you watch as he kind of floats there, the air escaping from his mouth. It's just floating inside. Second attack would hit Zin, but it misses. Skaith's turn. Skaith has got to make a Constitution saving throw to hold his breath, which he succeeds. Yep, that's fine. And he's then going to try and break. He's going to try and break his way out from inside Olahydra with an athletics check. That's going to fail. Skaith is bound and restrained within Olahydra. Ogamosh's turn. He's going to turn around and see this big stony guy. He's a big stony guy. There can only be one big stony guy. So he's going to go ahead and pound away on Zin. 19 and 23 to hit.
They'll both hit.
Okay, you take 7
Yep.
and 10. So 17 points of bludgeoning damage. As this much smaller version of Ogamosh just starts punching at you and one of them gets you in the side as you knock down. He smacks you across the face. And it's almost like kind of a boxing match going on between you. But that's that. Johanna, it's your turn with your haste.
Okay, I actually know what I'm doing this time. So
Good.
I know. I know for once I'm actually no one's done anything stupid to make me hands.
Quick question: where did the wood guy go?
He's at top right.
He's up here.
He's disappeared.
Flying.
He's flying away and peppering you with lightning bolts.
Okay.
I have a thing I can do, but it would take a while. So no wait.
So I am going to cast Mass Healing Word to start off with.
Okay, everyone.
Everyone.
I'd say you're within. Yeah, you're in 50
Yeah,
feet.
everyone.
Skaith regains his 6 points of HP. Everyone else regains 12.
Plus. Cool.
Nice.
Then I am. Wait. Roll down. Then I am going to stab the guy in front of me.
Go ahead for it. Go ahead.
Come on, baby. Actually do something
That
useful.
hits.
Thank
Roll
you.
damage.
And there. 23.
That's a nice easy math, so I can do that one.
Yeah. And then with my extra action, I am. It's physical attacks.
Yes.
Mhm.
Cool.
You could have done the physical attack with your extra action and then done something else with the.
I know I forgot, and I'm just gonna honor the forgottenness. So I'm gonna stab him again.
Go for it.
I was gonna toll the dead, but I'll do it the other way around.
18 does hit. Roll damage.
Cool.
As you deal an additional 19 points of necrotic slashing radiant damage.
Not bad.
Okay.
Does he look less fiery?
He's looking not bad, but not great either.
Okay.
Okay, Zin,
More
you're up. This guy's been punching on you.
Right. I have a question first.
Go for it.
If I was to try and wrestle Skaith out of the water dude, would that be my whole action?
It would be an action to end the grapple, yes.
Okay, Skaith's looking pretty healthy at the moment, so I'm just gonna punch on the big guy.
Go for it, make your attacks.
If Skaith wasn't looking too healthy, I'd be a little bit more worried.
Sure.
Right, 2 seconds. Sorry, I was.
5 health, he's fine.
Yeah. He's got almost as health as Zin does. He's alright. Okay, so
Roll it. I pressed it. It's
that's
just,
right. They both hit. Roll damage. 14 and 17. 31 points.
I'm gonna and 2d4.
And 2d4. So another 3. Not bad. 33 points of damage. No, 34 points of damage. Yes, 34 points of damage. Okay.
Yep.
Is that you done?
That is more done.
Okay, Giovanni.
I want to deal damage as well.
Okay, how do you want to deal some damage?
I wanna Steel Wind Strike.
Okay, what's the range on the Steel Wind Strike?
30 feet.
So you can hit. Is it 30-foot radius or?
No, it's 30 foot between the guys.
So you can hit all 3 guys in the middle.
I can hit all 3 guys.
If you start on Imix, you can go for it.
Yeah.
Or start
Oh,
from-
right, I have to. That's true. I won't do
Make
that.
your attacks, I believe. And you got
Yeah, I'll cast Banishment instead on. Oh, actually, on this guy up here. I'll try to banish him.
on Yancy Ben. Okay.
Yeah. What's
11. But he burns
Fails.
legendary resistance.
he can do that?
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yes. I'm just to be safe. I'm gonna step. No, I'm gonna stay here. Yeah.
Alright. On Yancey's turn, he is going to go ahead. He's lowers himself so he's level. And he's going to go ahead and crack that lightning bolt and strike at Nira and Giovanni.
Counter spell?
It's more of an innate ability more than casting a spell, unfortunately.
Okay. I can see why that is.
Fair enough.
I already pre-prepared that one. So lightning bolt. It is a dexterity saving throw of 18, please.
Oh man.
From who?
Giovanni
From
should have
Nira and
advantage in
Giovanni.
the circle.
Oh, I am.
He does, but a 10 doesn't. No, the plus of the 1 doesn't make a lot. You are inspired.
Oh,
Feel free
and
to
he's
drop.
blessed.
Yeah, that's
And
what
he's
I thought. That's a D10,
Giovanni
right?
is
Anything.
Oh
not
no, he's
blessed.
not
Yes.
blessed. So I
Inspired.
So,
I originally planned on bluffing.
so
him, but-
the inspiration is a D10. So feel free if you want to burn that.
Oh
You
man.
still fail. So both. So Nira, you take half damage, 18 points, because of your blue dragon powers,
Resistance.
and Giovanni, you take 36 points of lightning damage.
I'll reduce that by 8. Oh my
You
god,
take-
when I reduced against Scathe for no reason, it was
I
an
know.
epic roll.
So you take 28 points of lightning damage, Giovanni. Ranos, you're up.
Are you still alive?
Alright, I will try and cast. Well, not try. I will cast Wall of Force and I will cage Yancy Ben.
Okay, can you post the spell for me? Da, 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 da.
Right out of 10
Yeah.
foot panel. Or a sphere, whatever works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. There's no save against it or anything, so... Yeah, cool. Yancy Bin is in a bubble.
And then I will healing word my good friend Giovanni.
Okay, Nira, you're up.
Hurrah. 11
Okay.
points.
So now, I'm gonna remember everything I was planning.
Okay,
First, I'm gonna do a chain lightning,
go for it, make your
hitting
attack.
the 3 guys in the middle.
So let's
yeah.
make some saves. We'll go from right to left because that's more fun. So
Sure.
Imix,
Ooh.
followed by Ogamosh, followed by Olehydra. So Imix is fine. Imix takes 20 points of lightning damage.
Hang on.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Okay,
do this thing.
it's alright.
Try to fix my damage.
We've got some ones in there. We've got some high rolls, but
If my freaking character sheet will cooperate. Okay.
fine.
2.
Who failed? Ogamosh failed.
Should Earth Elementals be resistant to the ground?
You'd be surprised.
And
This is
what would
not
be
Pokemon.
weak because they conduct?
You'd be surprised.
This is saying
I'm
Pokemon.
just trying to figure out the math if I subtract.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Like it
That's-
now. That's what we should do next. That's what
Do you want to reroll the ones?
32. I'm rerolling the 2 1s and the 2 3s, so I think that's bring it down to 32 if we take this out, and then I'll reroll
32
2
plus
more. 2 more.
40, 48.
48. Yeah, I'm trying to.
It's alright.
I'm trying. It's not cooperating.
Quick math, yeah?
I've been trying
Can
to
you
do
not just manually roll?
I don't like to type it. It's too complicated for me. The syntax is. I can never get it right. No, it's not D6s. I use the dice roller on the thing.
/R 5d6? D8.
48.
Interesting. Next up, it's me for the next 3 hours. Just for now, just for
Yeah.
brevity,
Yeah,
I will
that's
roll. So it is 32 plus 14 is 46. You gain 4 damage.
There we go.
So Imix takes 23, Ogamosh takes 46, and Olahydra takes 46.
And I gotta reload.
Skaith also takes 46.
Ooh.
As Olahydra is, but it blazes with electricity. As Skaith is inside, and Olahydra is made of water, Skaith takes 46 points of damage as well.
He'd be surprised.
So, this
Does he
is
not
strange.
get a dex saving against that?
He can't because he's grappled. He can't move in there.
Or does he not
He's
take
restrained.
half damage as Ollie Hydra into the tower?
No, Olahydra took full damage.
And can he dodge?
Imix succeeded, and can dodge against physical attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, at the start of Imix's
roll.
turn, he is going to cause 2d6 of fire damage to Johanna, and he's going to do the same thing. He's going to mosey on through your space and do another 2d6. Because he can do that. So you take 17 points of fire damage, Johanna. And he's then going to go ahead and drop one of those fireballs, and going to go drop it
shit.
about here.
I meant to do something as a bonus action, but I forgot because of all that
What
fuckery
was
with
it
the
you'd like to do?
character sheet.
Because I did move past you quickly.
I was gonna go ahead and drink my stone skin potion as a bonus action.
Go for it. I'll allow it. You have resistance to physical, so you have basically resistance to all physical attacks. Does not count against elemental, unfortunately. However, I do need Johanna. No, its stone skin is only against bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing. Zin has a different version of it. Stop clearing that chair.
I would know that, so I would go ahead and do.
Go for it.
the
You still have it
healing
against
potion
normal attacks. So I need Ranos, Giovanni, Nira, and Johanna to all roll me some dexterity saving throws.
Ja, men jag räddar.
There you go, there you go.
Eccolo.
15 plus bless.
Zin, you're fine, so you don't need to roll. It's outside of you.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was me.
No, sorry, it's just the other 4.
16.
So, 38 points of damage. Giovanni fails and takes 38 points of damage.
38? That's 35.
35, thank you. Giovanni is
Dead.
17. Oh, missing by 1. Giovanni takes 35 points of damage. Nero takes 35 points of damage. Johanna takes 35 points of
I'm
damage.
unconscious.
And Ranos takes half. 17 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
I'm out.
Hydra is gonna
I need
slap.
to do a save thing.
Sorry, what's that?
Concentration, right?
You do. DC is 17.
Dude.
You failed.
Bless. Bless.
You have bless, which makes you succeed.
Yay!
Hashtag blessed.
You didn't help me.
That was an incredible roll, by the way, Nathan. That 35.
I know. Like lots of 6s,
That's
lots
really
Two
of
good.
5s.
sixes, 3 5s.
1, 2, 3.
The dice gods are kind to me. This is his revenge. But however, I'm gonna slap Zin twice. The first one hits. Second one, no, the first one misses because of
Disadvantage.
the cloak. So they both miss. As Zin, you feel rain upon your back.
Oh, was that from the water guy? I thought that was from the stone guy.
No, that's the water guy. Skate is going to first make his save to hold his breath.
You're no longer hasted, Johanna. Because I passed
Oh,
out.
He fails just. He doesn't get. He is not blessed, so he does take.
does that mean I've stopped then?
Yeah, you're stunned for a round.
You only had it for 1 round, so I'll allow it to not. If it had been any
Okay,
more,
thanks.
maybe, but it was 1 round. Skate
Cool.
takes 8 points of necrotic damage as he fails to hold his breath and is now drowning. He's going to try and pull himself out.
I can't help this many people.
Okay, he manages to swim out of Olahydra, but that was his turn. Sorry for your anxiety issues, Tash, but it's fun. We're going to beat the shit out of Zin.
It's fun anxiety.
Boom, boom.
You
Both
know, I
miss.
That
never-
must have missed.
So as you watch as Overwatch swings away at Zin, and Zin's dodging and weaving.
I imagine they're not missing. I'm just stood there tanking it. Like,
He's just smashing one peck at a time. Johanna, it's your turn.
Why are they missing?
Because he has cloak's displacement.
But didn't the water guy hit him?
Nope.
no, the water guy missed me both times as well.
Yep.
Oh. Man,
This is why I
That
need
is
Fairy
sweet
Fire.
I've got AC 19 now as well because the ring gives me +2 Constitution.
Which
So
increases
if I
that.
didn't have the ring, that would have that 18 would have hit.
Like I said,
nice.
just this is to give you an idea. The artifacts you're gathering are very powerful,
Yes.
and they're the kind of things that turn tides like this.
It's saved me huge amounts of damage so far. That lightning strike getting half.
Yep. So,
Yes.
Johanna, it's your turn. Preserve life?
I got Mask Your Wounds on me, man.
Mask
Ooh.
your wounds. Damn. So
That's, wow.
You're being at the level 5.
everybody, how many? Is it 6 people?
Anyone within a 30-foot range.
Is it
So it's-
30 or is it 60?
It's 30.
Okay, so
Oh, you might
that is
just be out.
everybody.
I know I'm
But it's a 30-foot radius from any sphere point, so I can basically.
30 from any point she chooses, so she can put it in the middle and it'll hit everybody.
Put it in the middle,
much.
but you can't get you and Skaith.
If I can't, if
yeah,
I
yeah.
die,
Oh,
I
is it-
can't get escape later.
Is it
so
30 foot?
Yeah.
So
30,
30 foot radius.
30-foot radius.
Okay, you can get everyone then.
Thank you.
That's so OP.
Drop it on John's head.
Clerics. 31 points of health to
Clerics
everybody.
At level 11.
It's just why I shaved my
No.
spells, man.
However, Giovanni and
Yeah.
Nira are still prone currently.
That's fine. I haven't finished yet.
Okay,
So I need to do plus.
Mass healing word.
Yeah.
can't do that unfortunately, too high level.
Wait,
Oh yeah.
plus 31. Okay.
Now I can stop holding back.
Plus. Okay, but I've only got one level 5. I can only do it once.
That's a shame, isn't it?
Oh, no, go on. Plus I'm 7.
I'm not done with you guys yet.
Do they form a
Yeah.
Power Ranger?
This is where they turn into a Megazord. You all have to jump onto Zin's shoulders.
I do get.
Oh, I can play the cool Power Ranger.
I think Zin would love that.
That would be
He'd
amazing.
having the time of his life.
If you
Just
ever,
like using them as weapons.
if you ever get to the final arc, when we get to the final arc, that's what's going to happen.
Bonus action.
All of the artifacts combine. Go on.
Johanna just turns into my sword.
Bonus action.
Yep.
Who's need
I look forward to doing another fireball.
action. I'm gonna try not to use 20 spells. Looking either healing word, shit, everyone's just dying, or I could use the spell I've got up and try and distract something.
Oh, Johanna, did you roll a concentration check for the fireball, by the way?
I haven't.
If you could roll that for me now.
Thank you for reminding me. Because I haven't even been doing anything well with Bless, so I've just been
You
taking
took full damage, so your DC is quite high.
16 plus possibly 4.
It's half the damage taken, isn't it? So
I think it was 17.
which would have been
for the fireball.
17. So you, with bless, you succeed. Just.
Cool.
Oh, so clutch.
Nice.
Yeah, that's why I bless on myself all the time, so I can keep Bless up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
possibly. Sorry, go
Also
on.
the
Your bonus
meat
action.
train.
No, sorry, I'm just deciding. Because everyone's dying and it's really annoying.
Kill the things that are killing us?
Yeah, I'm going to use my pivotal. I've only got 2 bonus actions to stab at whoever's.
The rock guy or the water guy?
Who looks
They both look fine.
more. Okay, who looks less fine?
They both look pretty fine.
Frick. I'll go and do the one that's attacking Skaith just to give it.
Okay, make your attack.
Really, this is gonna not.
That misses, unfortunately.
The-
Even
the-
with
the-
bless, it won't hit.
Frick me, this is a waste of time. Okay.
Okay, Zin, you're up. Giovanni, you're next.
Alright, Zin is going to strike on the big stone dude.
Alright. Not
I
advantage,
didn't
though.
reckless, so that's an 18.
18, and still a crit on the second one, though.
Mm-hmm.
18 misses.
18 misses.
18 misses. But you are blessed, so
Okay.
with the bless we'll push it over so it hits. So if you want to roll
Okay.
damage for both, so
Take away the crit.
15 plus 17 is 32, plus 7 is 39. That hurt. Like a lot.
That's because it adds. Oh no, I didn't own it, and then it's up to D4.
And roll me 3d4. So you deal an additional 8 points of damage from your large self. As you
I
did.
meant to put the D4 in there. Let me have that in.
Okay. Alright then, Giovanni, you're up.
Yeah. This time I'm gonna steal Wind Strike. And just all these 3 guys.
Alright, make your attack if you post it for me as well. Is there an attack against it, or is it
What-
just
what's-
straight damage?
It's an attack, so these are the damages that might happen. I'm not
Okay.
sure why that didn't.
If you just roll
You have to
me...
hit. There's an
Yeah.
option to roll it as an attack on the spell
What?
card.
Why doesn't it? Oh, like that. Okay, now I get it. Like this. This. and
Yeah.
They all miss.
One
But
of the last one hits Olehydra.
So that one would be 33 then.
So you pop up over here, I believe, as you deal
Yep.
33 points of damage to Olehydra.
Damn.
She no longer has the Vicious Mockery on her, so let's get rid of that. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you choose where you pop out?
I'm guessing you
Sorry?
pop out next to the nearest one that you strike. Would make
There
sense.
was
Yeah.
something about where you pop out.
Yeah, but this is fine.
Yeah.
I'll stand there.
Okay, you watch as Yancy Bin flies over this way, just like coasts like the wind.
You
And-
can't.
He can't because you're right, he's still in the bubble. Sorry, I thought the bubble broke. Yancy
Nope.
Bin is going to...
Take up knitting.
he's just kind of slamming against the wall.
He can start just vlogging about the experience.
Doesn't do a lot
Yeah.
though.
Manifest
Okay,
the camera.
Ranos, you're up.
Can't actually break the bubble.
No, I know. Doesn't mean she's not going to try.
It's just gonna
Yeah.
roll attacks.
You did spend the chain lightning, right?
Yes, Chain Lightning's done.
Yeah, okay. I will then. pull
Actually,
off Ledge.
sorry. Yancy Bin, you watch as he disappears.
Can't teleport out of the bubble.
I'm not saying what he's done, but he's not there anymore.
He's wind. He can make himself not.
Okay, Ranos, your turn.
I pull out the trusty old gun and
The Bond.
5 and I shoot it at the flame guy.
The Flame Guy. Okay, 25 points of damage. Not bad.
And then I will heal Mira, getting word level 2,
Alright. Nira, you're up.
11.
Well, you
That
gain
was
11
nice.
points of healing damage, and Nira's turn.
Thank you. Yep. I want to do that. I think I might want to do that.
Got something a bit special for next turn.
Oh. I'm watching you, boy. Okay, Nira, what we doing? I suggest firebolting inmates. Great.
Would you say it's stormy out here?
It's windy, there's a bit of lightning in the sky, yeah? I'd say so.
Alright. We'll call lightning
Whereabouts?
from the staff. Just,
Hello, this is lightning.
yeah,
Where would
exactly.
where would you like to drop it?
Let's see. It has to be. I'm just reading that
It's
thing.
10-foot radius, isn't it? Or is it 10? It's either that or that. I'm not sure which. Okay,
That's
bad
10
drawing
foot.
circles. What's the size of it?
Tall with a 60-foot radius.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it the areas? It kind of covers a 60-foot radius, but you can only strike in one place, is it? And I'm trying to think.
Yeah. I pick a creature to hit with the
Each
lightning bolt,
creature within
basically.
5 feet of that point must make the dex save to get it. So yeah,
Yeah.
60-foot radius will cover the entire battlefield. We're just
Okay.
for sakes of that, so you can pretty much strike anywhere on the battlefield, but anything within
Cool.
5 feet of that has to. So anything in that square and the corresponding squares around it must make the save.
Okay.
What would you like to strike?
But then if I hit here, I won't hit anybody else.
No, that's right. So if you strike just next to Ogomosh, that's fine.
Yeah, I won't do that.
Okay, let's make the Man of Stone make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god.
Motherfucker!
It still takes damage, I think, but it's just half of the 3d10.
It's
Yeah.
the revenge for all the failed savings last time.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll damage for me? 26.
Oh, well, that
That's
just
some
goes with the spell too.
It's
Okay.
got no, it's fine. It's got it. 26.
Not bad.
So reduced to 13.
And
Okay.
I'm concentrating again on that.
Awesome. Okay, Johanna again is going to take the good old 3 points of fire damage, and Imix is going to move through her space. And just kind
The
of
spell
swirl.
damage increases by 1d10 if there's a storm outside.
Yeah, that's why I
Awesome.
was asking about the storm. Does it do that?
Fuck it, yeah. I'll roll another
Okay.
1d10 on your behalf. It'll be quicker.
Thank
It
you.
takes an additional 1 point of damage.
Alright.
But the thought counts. Imix kind of just... You watch as the Imix just kind of tornado spins around Johanna, and she takes an additional 2d6 fire damage. So, Johanna, you take 10 points of fire damage total. We're then going to drop in a fireball, and we're going to drop it right about here. So I need Johanna, Nira, and Ranos to make me dexterity saving throws. This guy
don't
likes
want
his
to.
fireballs.
I meant
But I
to
don't
move.
want to.
Meant to
Big
move
balls of fire.
forward.
I failed that really badly.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I feel like we should take a lesson from this.
I meant to move before I ended my
I
turn,
need
but I
to
forgot.
move, but I'm stuck in front of a fire.
Okay, so Ranos succeeds. Johanna and Nira fail. You both take 30 points. Ranos, you take.
Oh, Spirit Shield Nira.
Okay, Nira takes 17 points. Johanna takes 30 points.
I am
Ranos
so low in my-
takes 15 points. I need Ranos and Nira and Johanna to all make these concentration
Hang on.
checks.
That too.
How much damage did that take?
So you took.
You took 17.
Oh, good, good. Bless is down. No, roll
I
your
get
bless.
Dragon Ball of
If you get a
4.
4, you're fine.
I got 3.
So bless
was
drops and
one of
wall of
these.
force drops. However,
17.
core
That's
lightning
fine.
stays.
Yay.
Okay.
Wait, if so bless who does Johanna's bless go first? So I can't be using it on mine because I only need a 10,
You took how much damage?
15. So 10 is enough. It's your call. I'm on.
I'm gonna roll a dice for it. The dice were not in your favour. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, technically your go is before mine, so you're faster in your reactions.
That's fine.
The dice have spoken.
Yeah.
Okay, Olihydra is going to slap that little stabby guy that keeps stabbing her in the try to stab her in the butt. 16 to hit Scathe, followed by a 14. Both of those miss by 1 point. So Scathe's going to retaliate and stab her in the butt
Ow.
with a booming blade, and now gets sneak, which horribly misses. Got nothing for him. He's going to use a luck. Let's go with that. Let's make a
Where's
luck.
Shadow, by the way?
I forget about Shadow. Shadow died a while ago in my head. 25 to hit does succeed, as he does then do 25 plus 14, 39 points of damage, which is exactly the number needed to kill Olihydra. I
Yay!
need Scathe, Zin, and Giovanni to all make me dexterity saving throws. I will.
Why
Oh,
dexterity?
wow, that's bad.
Oh man.
Everyone fails as you all take. It's not a lot of damage. It's only
34.
A billion.
it's only 3d8. You'll take 13 points of bludgeoning damage, Zin reduced to half, but you are all knocked prone as well.
Oh.
As Olahydra goes kablooey, and a torrent as Olahydra's form quivers and explodes, the thunder damage rocking her from within. A huge torrent of water jettisons out in all directions, drenching you all and knocking you to the ground. So he takes 13 points of damage, and he's not prone. We're going to give you snails because I like snails.
You've got a thing for snails, Nathan. I'm starting to worry about
Yeah, what's Wilbur the snail?
Because it's one of the top things to get to, that it's kind of covers a lot of things.
It's the inner hobbit,
yeah.
you know, they live underground, don't they? So there's a lot of snails there.
So Zin takes 29 points of lightning damage from the storm.
Snails are actually
Because
surprisingly hard to
fuck.
keep care of.
Um,
Weird. I do it at work. We have to make sure like the temperature of the water and everything's
Overwatch
like perfect.
is going to have to start pounding away on the prone Zin. You're getting flashbacks. Normal rolls
So
this time.
disadvantage, yeah.
So 28
Ooh,
and 28.
And then the second one had
Wow.
advantage technically as well.
Yeah.
But
So Zin, you take 25, reduced to 12, and 9 reduced to 19 reduced to 9. So that is what, 21 points of bludgeoning
21
damage
points of damage.
as you're struck to the ground. Jojo, you're up.
Okay, I need to help myself, so I'm going to challenge divinity for 45.
45 on yourself. Okay.
45 I
I
have.
think 45. You're at 30. So 45.
Well,
You can only go up to
get
half.
I can only go up to half. That is to my top was half of 113.
56.
50.
So you can take
56.
26, and then you probably give the other.
I'll give the
points.
rest of it to Nira.
You can give a few points to Nira.
Whatever that rest of it
okay.
is. I
If you
can't
put
do
yourself
that.
up to half health, your hand will put yourself up to half health. Probably the easiest way of doing it. Okay, is that your full turn? You have your spiritual weapon?
Yeah, that's my. I know my. So that's challenge divinity. I'm going to do a mass healing word. I think.
I'm gonna rule, because the channel divinity is quite a powerful
Cool.
spell. That those
Yep.
spell rules that we talked about before come into play.
That's fine because it's a weird divine thing. It's not actually got a spell base.
yeah, it's
so
not-
I wasn't quite sure which way to go with it.
No, it's understandable. But I'm gonna leave that as the quite a.
I guess yeah,
powerful
but if it was to do the level 1, we might get away with it. But I guess not with
Yeah.
this. So, okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'll spiritual weapon. Oh, blah blah blah.
Sogamosh.
Sogamosh.
Go for it, make an attack.
Then it's not going to work.
7 misses.
What's the point? Why am I even bothering?
I've been forgetting to do the round counter. I think we're on round 4 now. Does that sound about right? Sounds right to me.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Well, I
Right.
thought it did it automatically.
Like
No,
that.
it's a manual thing,
Like
unfortunately.
that.
Zin, you're up. Your prones,
How's Ogamosh looking?
crumbly.
Okay. I'm just going to stand up and hit him twice then.
Okay. If it don't break,
Well, I actually had a bit of a plan.
until all
Well,
of Hydra died.
Yeah, well, that changed things. And then I had another plan, but if he's looking fairly beat up...
It looks fairly beat up. Kind of, yeah. They both hit, roll damage. See if the enlarged damage rolls this time. The extra 1s,
It
I'm
does.
guessing. So that's
Yep.
17 plus 17, 34 plus 1, 35, 37 points of damage. He's looking rather crumbly right now.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
That is going to be my turn, yeah.
Alright, Giovanni.
Yeah, I'm gonna still wind strike again.
You're standing up first, I assume?
Yes.
Okay, make your attacks. Okay, the first one misses. The second one does hit.
Nice.
26 points of force damage, not bad.
And then I'm gonna run 1, 2.
Okay, he will take an opportunity attack against you.
That's fine.
28 to hit.
Okay, that's not fine.
You take 16 points. 16 it takes you down to the 2 points you have. It says you take 16 points of bludgeoning fire damage.
Yep.
Okay, is that you done?
Yes.
Awesome. You watch as ahead of you. It's fine. Let's try if I can find an angle of this. What's this? Perfect. I don't think you can do it actually. That might work. Yeah, let's do that. As you swing. I can't get to my dude. I've lost my dude. I'm on the ruler. You watch as Yancy Bin rematerializes and fires another lightning bolt at Nira and Giovanni.
The fuck?
Kablooey! So I need dexterity saves from both of you. Don't bother, Giovanni. You're going down. Nira, if you want to make me a dex save, please.
I'm trying.
That's fine.
It's not cooperating as usual.
See, it's so much fun when you use dexterity saving based abilities rather than attack based abilities because I know I'm going to hit you.
I mean, I still take half damage
You do.
either way, so.
Let me roll it from
Yeah,
this
but
side.
you'll get half of the half if you make your save.
Yeah. So there's. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
you went on your sheet and rolled it. That was a failure, so that is 15
I will,
points.
Reduce that by 8.
to 7. So you take 7
No.
points of lightning damage. As Giovanni takes 30 points of lightning damage, potentially. Giovanni takes a lot of damage. Ranos, you're up.
Can I get a concentration check as well?
Yeah, sure. Let me roll that for you.
I
Well, that was my
will
third.
scrape my good friend off the ground
There you go.
14. So you're fine.
Yeah, good.
with a level 2 healing word.
Okay. Giovanni, you come to consciousness with 12 points of health.
I imagine his hair is now stood on end.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
he's scruffy as fuck.
Looks a bit like the doc from Back to
I'm just
the
like, ugh, that was weird.
Bless is down, so let me just remove the bless markers before I forget.
And I will cage Janzibin again.
Okay, what's the range on that?
120 feet.
Okay. The
Stay there.
the bubble surrounds him once more. Nira, you're up. If you need me to roll anything in your sheet, I'm happy to do so.
Oh, I also want to move
Go on.
over here, so
No problems.
less fireball.
As Nero just drops out the call.
No, Nira's still with us. What are we thinking, Nira? If you need me to roll anything, I can do. I'll have your sheet open. Got it here.
I have a rules question.
Go for it.
If I want to pick Overwashed up, can I? Like, as part of my grapple. This is a two-parter, by the way.
Do you want to pick him up and then?
No, I want to pick him up and then carry him.
I would give you a check for it, purely because of your size and because of the gauntlets.
I mean, I'm not going to now, but I'm just thinking for future reference.
For future reference, for when you destroy other giant stone lords.
Or any other enemy.
Yeah.
What I was thinking is I could have picked him up, because he's pretty beat up, I probably won't, but I could have picked him up
Yeah.
and then moved him over near the fire elemental, then next time I
Hero's
could have gone
return, by the
both.
way.
Yeah. That could have been just slowly
Yeah.
cook him.
I'm
That'd be
back.
interesting.
Bring
Okay.
him back. Hello?
Yep. Got you.
Okay.
If you want me to roll the cool lightning, I can do. You can strike against the Oaken Marsh, I believe it's just a bonus action to do so.
Yes.
Okay.
I got it.
You got it?
Think.
Let's
Maybe.
have a look. Dexterity saving throw. Ogre Mosh isn't very dexy. I said that last time and he napped when he did, but let's roll it anyway, see what happens. Da. 6. That'll do.
Extra D10.
Yeah,
Plus
that's
the
how I
D10.
originally-
Well, the D10 doesn't make too much difference in this situation. As the bolt of lightning, propelled by the storm, cracks down straight onto Ogrewash, and it dances around all those small crystalline spines, doing 34 points of damage as the bolt bursts through the center of Overwatch as it explodes in rubble and debris. Zin, I need a dexterity saving throw from you, please.
Oh, good thing I moved.
21. Okay, you're going to take half of this. Really? You take 4 points of damage.
2 damage.
2 damage because you're halved and half together. So your stone form is pelted with rubble and debris, but no fucks are given there. Okay.
Nice.
That's his turn. The start of Imix's turn, he's going to do his whole start in the flyer order, move through Johanna's face, moves back. He's going to roll straight 4d6. So Johanna takes 12 points of fire damage, and Imix is going to go ahead and drop one of them there fireballs, and you can drop it right here. Unfortunately, you guys keep clustering together, and it makes my life much easier. So I need Nira, Giovanni, and Johanna to make me dexterity saving throws.
I keep meaning to move on my turn, but I forget.
I know, it's great.
God damn it.
No bless at this point.
Shit.
Johanna does save, though, so Johanna might stay alive long enough to keep you alive. As Nira takes 31 points of damage.
It's wearing like a pirate here.
Giovanni back down again, and Johanna takes 15 points of damage. So
I will
unfortunately,
reduce that by 10. So Johanna
Oh,
takes
nice.
5.
you're reducing
Johanna's.
Johanna's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm out.
I was a bit worried. I just want to make sure she's definitely alive.
Okay, she's fine. Nira goes down, and the cool lightning drops. Skaith's turn. He's actually going to get up because he's not had a turn since then. Since he fell over, because it was right after he killed Hydra. So he's going to stand up with half his movement. How much movement does he even have? Just the 30 feet. So he's got 15 left, and then he's going to bonus action dash, which just gives him enough. Runs all the way over, and he's going to go ahead and booming blade, and misses horribly. Sorry, Skaith.
Maybe he's lucky.
He does fit. You know what? He does feel lucky. Punk. Let's make another strike. That looks better, doesn't it? As he deals 26 points of damage. I need dexterity saving throws from Johanna and Skaith, please.
I was gonna kill it.
Not
Kill
me.
something.
My,
Why can't you
You're
say-
fine.
I'm going to die. Yeah,
You're okay,
good.
Giovanni. You're out of range. It's only like a 5 foot range. You're fine.
I rolled both the extremes.
That's fine. So, as Johanna takes 24 points of fire damage, and Skaith takes 24 points of fire damage, as Imix explodes in a massive flaming ball.
Sorry.
It's alright. As
I
Imix
don't
is
know
down.
what's doing that. I can't fix it.
Yeah, okay, we're almost done now. And now you just have Yancy Bin in a bubble.
I was just about to kill it.
You can't see it, he's a little bit further back, but I can't move him off screen any further. But he's just a little bit further back, and he's about 20 feet up. Skaith, that's his turn, and he's going to go, that may have not been the best idea. And he starts padding out his flames. Jojo, you're up.
He just killed my kill. I am not happy.
See, the reason that I reduced Johanna's damage is for that situation. I think Johanna would have been dead now if I hadn't.
5 points in it, but you're close.
What have I got left? I could have made it. Yeah, 5 points left.
It's good damage on
Cool.
the 66, though.
What do I have as a healing thing?
I think at max level, Spirit Shield stops 66.
Mass healing word, I
Okay.
guess, because it's just gonna be easier.
Okay. The very reluctant healer at this point.
I was literally getting ready to kill something, and he stole my kill.
I mean, we can
I'm
drop out of
angry.
combat for 10 minutes at this point.
Skaith is going to drink one of his healing potions.
Plus
actually.
21 for everybody.
No, he used the bonus action, so he can't.
So I get 29.
Yeah, everyone gets 21.
Nice.
21 to Nira, Giovanni,
Oh.
Skaith, etc.
Everyone.
etc. Everyone, yeah.
Wow. I'm
So it
still
works.
at like full health.
Yeah.
She rolled max healing, so.
And then I'm gonna I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going off on a walk.
Okay.
We're not done.
I know, I'm going off on a walk towards the air thingy. How far can I walk?
You can walk 30 feet.
Well, if I used a bonus action, but I've not used an action.
That's true.
Could I
You can
dash?
Yeah. So just what I say.
The dash.
Is the creature is a little bit off the edge, so I'm going to put him like that.
And he's 20 feet in the air.
He's quite high up in the air as well.
Can't move your bubble with him in it, can you?
Okay. Actually, if I move to 30 feet, give me a second. I'm planning new math. How far away? Where's my math? I can't do math because he changed my plans that I don't like.
At
How
this point,
far
we
away
can
do I need to be?
plan
60 feet?
really, because we can jump him once the thing drops.
Yes, but it's okay. Does it wait till? Yeah.
I guess he goes invisible fairly soon.
Cool. Can you attack it in the bubble, or to be quick
No.
to get out of the
No,
bubble
you've
first?
got to drop the bubble and then it does its thing.
Cool.
I
Is
can
it in the
teleport you in
bubble
if you
now?
like. Yes.
Ah, it's in the bubble again.
Does anyone else need some more? Oh no. I do. Okay. I'm gonna healing word myself. Cure myself. There we go.
Okay.
That's my action. If we're talking about what we're doing.
Okay, you'll keep
Like,
you very
people who
loosely in the
fall.
round order. You do have a few moments. What is it? Is there anything anyone wants to do? Nero and Giovanni, you can get up, fine. However, Zin's rage will drop. In this
My
time.
rage will drop.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to cast Disintegrate when he drops the Wall of Force.
During this time, you watch as the figure of Yancy Bin disappears
I
inside
would
the
like-
20-foot bubble. So he's somewhere in the 20-foot range.
I'm going to shout. I'm going to shout, where are you, you big fart? Come and get me.
I can pull it down. I
Do you
can
want to roll an
do
intimidation check?
Jojo.
Jojo gains 13 points of healing damage from the
like-
kill wins.
2 healing words.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
One for my good friend Giovanni. One for
Good job the ring last
Vera.
It is, isn't it?
So 8 to both of them.
Um,
Can I end that early if I choose to do so, yeah?
Yeah, you can end it whenever you want.
I would like.
I'm just checking
To
for
hold-
future reference.
I'd like to hold an Earthbind, if I can, until he pops back up.
And then I cast True Sight on Giovanni.
Ooh!
Is that concentration?
I don't think so. Let me check.
Don't think it is. True seeing.
True Seeing is not.
Awesome. So Giovanni, you gain true seeing, and you
I
can
poke him in the eyes, and when he opens them,
you can see really well.
I could throw a guiding bolt.
Okay, so Giovanni, you can see Yancy Bin swirling around inside.
and I inspire him as well.
He seems to
He's
have
still in
shrunk.
there.
He seems to have shrunk down to a smaller variant, and is moving rapidly within the entirety of the sphere.
If you open it up, I can shoot him.
Just say the
I
word.
can make sure he can't fly away.
You can't see him yet. So the only person who can actually see him is Giovanni.
I prepare my finger gun.
Most powerful weapon in the world.
Yeah.
Anything? Are we good to go?
Okay, so
I'm good to go. As soon as he appears, I'm just going to charge it in.
feel free to move a bit closer if you want to.
Yeah, just in case he moves away a bit.
Feel free to position yourselves wherever. You can see Jump, he's kind of like, as you're having this conversation, you can see he's focusing and meditating, and beads of sweat are forming upon his head, and he's really struggling to hold these, because these weapons are still spinning above his head. The storm is still
Like,
going. There's
He
still a
needs to
lot,
do, but he has to wait until he's finished.
basically.
Three.
There's a huge amount of elemental energy in the air right now, and he's
So
struggling to
I
maintain.
inspired Giovanni, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you said
I'm
you
going to
did.
throw a
Yeah.
guiding bolt at it as everyone does stuff just in case it helps.
Okay, so if you're dropping it and doing it at the same time, those of you who are making attacks, you're going to be at disadvantage because you don't know where it is.
Yeah, whatever. I
Over
thought I
here.
needed help.
2-1 finger gun.
Okay, so you drop the wall of force. Giovanni, take your shot. And everyone who's got an attack, or like a ranged attack, make your attacks.
Oh, it's a dexterity
19.
saving throw.
Oh.
Is it? No, it's not. Is it?
Yeah.
I think it might be, actually.
Yeah, it's
It
the
is.
same.
Okay, wow.
Oh boy.
Alright, let me make a dex save on it.
He has a really good dex.
25, so he succeeds the dex save, so he takes half of that, I believe.
Yeah,
So that's
But
what,
if I-
36 points of damage? 37 points of damage.
37. Yeah. Still good. Still good.
The
I have to be
next
able to
attack
see
can-
them to do
the
my
next
thing.
attack
So.
roll.
More
Okay,
so I can see
so,
Okay.
well, you can hit him, but he's not going to come out of invisibility for a while, and by the time you come out of invisibility, your spell will drop, because it can only hold it for 6 seconds. So Giovanni,
Okay.
you fire your disintegrate spell as you watch as the guiding bolt flies through. The guiding bolt flies wide and
Okay,
strikes
fine.
nothing, as skims just by the tiniest of margins. As the disintegrate does strike in the middle of the air, you can kind of see the disintegrate stop as it deals 37 points of force damage. Giovanni, you watch. Has anyone else got anything held? Okay.
Nope.
As you watch as Yancy Bin darts to the side, around you, what Giovanni, you can see as Yancy Bin darts to the side, lines up one lightning bolt, and fires it at Zin, Giovanni, and Nero.
Ouch.
So, need dex saves from everyone, please.
Yes!
So, Nero, you.
I was prepared for this one.
So Zin takes 16 points of lightning damage, Giovanni takes 16 points of lightning damage, and Nero takes 16 points of lightning damage. And that was, I'm going to do that as, we're going to bring it back round to Ranos' turn, because that kind of fits in the order quite nicely. So Ranos, it's your turn right now. Nero's up next. This guy is still up, and he's still looking pretty good. He's a crafty guy. He's a little bit
see
high.
him?
He's quite high. He's visible now because he's shot the lightning, but he's kind of now high. He's quite high up,
Oh, that's quite high.
about 20 feet up. So he's kind of.
How tall am I?
Sorry,
How tall am I?
probably about 12 feet.
As
10.
enlarged, yeah?
Yeah. So that's the only reason he could be up that high and shoot you all, because he's kind of angling down towards you. But Ranos, you're up. Hypnotic pattern. Okay. Charisma saving throw, or wisdom saving throw. I never remember.
Wisdom.
Okay. 22 succeeds.
Oh no. Healing word on Nero.
Okay, Nero, you're up.
Thank you.
Skaith's up next. I'm going to move him up here. He's got a longbow drawn and ready to fire. Actually, Skaith would have shot as well. I'm going to fire for Skaith with his longbow at disadvantage. Missed anyway. Nero, what are we looking at? You can see him now clearly. He's floating up in the air about 20
Here.
feet up. Yep.
You gain 6 health, by the way.
And Nero again.
Cool.
I'll do that on the sheet if you want to do whatever you need to do.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Earthbind.
Earthbind. Okay, if you post the Spellaruni. Strength saving throw. Not a lot. Okay, strength is not great. 7. So you watch
Nice.
as,
Flying speed reduced to 0.
and he drops to the ground as well. So you watch as this shimmering form of Yancy Bin kind of almost as super gravity takes over, he plummets to the ground and lands. He doesn't land on his feet because he doesn't have any, but he's now ground level and can't fly.
Mm-hmm.
Skaith up, he's going to go ahead and he's going to run near. He's going to use
Bonus
his
action.
long
I'm going to drink my
potion.
healing potion.
Go for it. Skaith is going to shoot him again, actually, with his bow because his weapon does thunder damage. It probably won't be very effective.
Greater's
against him.
44.
14 misses. 44 plus 4, yes. Jojo, you're up.
Okay. Level 4 mass healing word.
Okay.
So got it. What am I doing? So
A lot of healing going on right now.
19 to everybody, and 13 additional to Nero, so Nero gets 32.
Okay, wait, so I do math.
Nice.
Blessed healer stuff I always forget. Then I am going.
So many mass healing words. So many mass heals.
So much heal.
I want someone to go back after this is done and calculate the total amount of healing output, just to see what it's like.
I say it's huge.
So at this
Then
point, we're probably
I'm
over about getting to the 200 mark.
Probably.
Going to level. It's level 2 or down.
You can use 2 level 2 all of them.
Cool. I'm gonna guiding bolt this thing
Go for it.
again and see if it works.
18 will miss.
Frick me!
This guy, he's shifty. He's made of air.
Frick me! I should have just used my action dash. I am
Flying forts.
gonna go up and move. I feel if I stab it, it's gonna just be easier.
Alright, Zin, you're up.
Zin
you're
is
next.
going to use his bonus action to rage.
Okay,
He's
re-rage.
going to walk and stand next to it here.
Yeah.
And he's going to recklessly attack it.
Alright, go for it. 29 and 21, they both hit, just about. 14, 16, 29, 31 points of slashing damage as 2 massive cleavers cut through the wind form of Yancy Bin. Doesn't seem happy. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Alright, Giovanni, you're up.
Zin has resistance to basically everything,
Everything right now,
Everything.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fireball the guy.
Go for it. Dexterity save from Yancy Bin. He succeeds, but he still
Yeah.
will take 13 points of fire damage.
I need to make you a dex save, don't I?
Yeah.
You do.
I
You
failed.
take 13 points of fire damage.
I mean, you could angle it so it doesn't hit you.
But I don't.
It's fine. Zin is 12 foot tall and made of rock. He's fine. From this
Nothing
angle,
personal.
we're just going to lightning bolt again. Against Zin and Giovanni.
I
Because
don't
he
have
can't
move.
move.
He can move, he just can't fly.
That's all he can do. He doesn't have legs.
He doesn't have any regular movement speed.
No,
I
he just
made my
flies.
dex.
That's
so-
hilarious.
He
I didn't
only
realize that when
flies. So,
That's funny.
I mean, it's 17 half again.
so you take 8, let's just say 8
8,
points of lightning
yeah.
damage, and Giovanni, you are blessed.
Earthbind
So you're
is-
I
inspired.
am. Oh,
Do you want to
That's
burn
good.
it?
yeah, I am.
Okay, then you'll only take 17 points.
I
Manos,
can't.
I look at Giovanni, see him cast the fireball, and then see the Runestone go by, like, oh, alright, and cast.
Oh right, I have that.
Yeah,
That's exactly the animation it does as well.
and I will
Succeeds,
not
but-
try to hit.
But you do need fireballing as well.
He's
you're gonna
missing
do it
you
so you
this
don't hit
time.
me.
He's not.
Okay.
He's not trying to incinerate you.
So you do that,
86,
you have
right?
to hit a point on the floor, and this isn't the floor over here.
It
66. Yeah. Is it 66? 8d6.
Yeah, can you even do that? Because it has to hit a point in the ground, doesn't it? Unless
No, it
there's
just
a ground
explodes
over here.
anyway.
Okay.
It can explode in the air. It's fine.
Yeah, it explodes, and you watch as Yancy Ball Bin's form flickers, and he struggles to keep himself together.
And see balls.
Keep
Yeah,
yourself
see-
together, man!
I'm trying, he says, but I can't fly. Nira, you're up. Skaith is on there.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'll follow the trend.
We're just gonna fireball, fireball, fireball.
Yeah.
Do the
Also,
high- you
angling it.
I
towards
also
him.
inspired Giovanni, just for good measure.
Okay, Giovanni's pink
Wow.
dot does go away.
That's...
Depends how you roll. Okay, Nira, you watching all these you watch as these explosions go off, and you
Getting jealous.
you think
Getting
I
into
could do
it,
that
yeah.
too, and you come to this small mote of fire, and you just flick it towards Yancy Bin as a mote floats towards him. How do you want to do this?
Split it behind him.
Yep.
It just sprays it everywhere.
Okay. You watch as a small mote of fire just trickles past. It's just almost lazy through the air as it goes,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then just
Just behind the other two.
from behind Yancy Bin. As the explosion rocks his body, his form evaporates as it blows into dust. The secondary explosion does kick in. Zin, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, I knew that was coming.
Strange that, eh?
They all seem to have a
What?
theme.
Yeah, that succeeds. You take 3 points of thunder damage. You know what? I'm going to start can't use this like a building for siege weapon purposes. Okay. As Yancy Bin's form dismisses, the storm clouds continue to billow and blow. You all turn around to jump as he watches those weapons have begun all throughout this fight have been spinning faster and faster and faster to the point it's just a blurred tornado of colours and lights, and you can no longer see it as Jomp is sat on the floor concentrating with his Naruto pose going on. As the weapons spin and spin and spin, and then you watch from the areas where the elementals exploded, 4 small motes of energy rise up from the grounds, from these small bits, the same motes that created them, and they all converge at the same time towards that light and explode in the center. You'll kind of shield your eyes, and then it goes quiet. The storm dries down. The wind dies down. The sun shines again. And you see, just floating above Jomp, kind of almost in his hand, this small bead of light that resonates with various colours. You can see browns and oranges, reds, blues and greens. And it just kind of like, as almost like a chromatic orb, but it just kind of like hovers there. Not in his hand, but above it. And a big smile on his face.
Did it work?
I think so.
Nice.
Now, I can end it there, or do you want to find out what it does?
Yes.
So you got to kind of be quick. I can do something with this. I can't hold it for very long because it's actually quite painful. Now, I might be able to mold it into something, or I can put it into something. And he starts like swapping it from back and forth, from hand to hand. Yeah, this is like really, 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 really painful. So, any ideas?
Stand for a second. It'll be fine.
I'll take it.
I mean, I can make it into something. I don't want to give it to you because you might explode.
Oh,
He starts juggling.
give me something new. You know me, and you know what I like.
Okay. Ranos. What's Ranos like? A thing like Ranos. I got it! And he just grabs it in the air and just squeezes it. And you watch as it resists his force, as he grabs his hand around the orb and begins, and you watch as he just starts to compress it, slowly, and just crushes it, until his hand closes completely. And the light drops. And as he releases his hand, you see sitting in the middle of his palm is a small piece of fabric. And he holds it up. That's not what I was going for, but it'll do. And he just holds up this eye patch.
Okay, Jomp.
I thought Ranos was a little bit of a badass, and this is the kind of thing that came to mind. He just kind of smiles half-heartedly at it.
Well, thank you, of course.
I don't know what it does. It smells vaguely burnt, but don't let that fool you. It's yours,
Giovanni?
and he hands it over to you.
Thank you. Giovanni?
Identify.
Yeah, I'll identify.
Okay. Sorry about this, there's a lot of reading.
It's fine.
You have obtained the elemental eye patch.
God, really?
This unassuming eye patch looks perfectly normal to the untrained eye, but radiates vast primal energies. While attuned to this eye patch, you can see as if you were not wearing it, and gain the following traits. You can speak, read, write, and understand primordial fluently. That is Ignium, and all of the various elemental languages. Ignium, Terran, I forget all the others. As an action, once per day, you can cast Dominate Monster. It's flat DC of 17 on any elemental creature. The eye patch contains 8 charges which can be used to channel powerful abilities. At the end of each long rest, the patch recovers 1d6 plus 1 charges. Each of these abilities requires 1 action to use. Feel free to read such abilities. I'm not reading the entire thing to you. The charges is variable, I might change it.
Crying eyes.
They're watching you.
This is nothing but a pun-based item. So, effectively, piercing gaze,
Oh.
scrying eyes, petrifying gaze, and whispers on the wind. A very Ranos item.
Did you have something prepared in case anyone asked for it, or did you
Oh,
expect
yeah.
it to just run off?
No, we had conversed beforehand. However, had you given it to some base ideas, if you'd set armor, you would have got a +3 set of armor with variable resistances and things like that. Weapons would have done something similar, variable chromatic weaponry, and other things like that, with a few extra little bit of benefits to them. Buy some templates, but change them a little bit. So, as with everything we're making at the moment, some of the the little things are subject to playtest. So obviously, some of the ranges might change, the charges might change, the recharge might change. We'll see how it goes.
That's badass, man.
Hope you enjoy.
An eye patch, really?
It's an eye patch. You are now Odin.
Yeah. And if you want to charge it, you have to plug it right in front of you.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to get. There's only one charging port that it uses. It's really annoying.
It's super expensive and breaks
It is.
easily.
Don't break it. But yeah, you wear it and you can see through it. One side's like two-way mirror, two-way glass, so you can see through it normally. But everyone else thinks you look cool with an eye patch.
I think that is very Ranos. That it's very
Yeah.
It's good. I like it.
Yomp knows me.
What can I say? He travelled with you for some time. So that is where I hurt my hand during that clenching action. We're going to leave it there because it is quite late now, and I appreciate those of you that stuck around. So thank you very much. As for the recording, I'll put this up on YouTube. Skaith, if you're watching this, you were a little bit useless, but I got to nerf you somehow. You'll do better next time.
So from now on, when you nerf Scaife, Nathan's just going to play him.
Yeah, so even if Danny's here. Anyway, record.